Any moment now, I'll be switching over. I think I'm ready to go. There we are. Howdy, howdy, howdy. I would appear to not be as much on screen as I was last time, unfortunately. I've moved my monitor up a little bit. So, yeah, anyway, I just felt like, you know what I'm going to do tonight? I'm going to go ahead and play some Warframe, as apparently, after I did some Googling, I need to do Tier 2 Exterminate and Tier 3 Exterminate to get some Ash parts. Actually, no. Carrier Prime parts. And if you don't know what that is, it's a little floaty drone. I have a more advanced version of the one that I currently have, which has a custom skin. To do these runs, I'm actually going to go ahead and switch out my Warframe with a little something different. I'm just looking on my other screen real quick, make sure I can see the chat. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Late night, more like too early in the morning. Yeah, well, that's why I said in the description, it might not actually be late night where you are, because it might be early morning, or it might be extra late night, or it might not even be that late in the evening if you're on the west coast of America or something like that. So, with that base covered for no good reason, snazzy, eh? Yeah, with that covered, I'm just going to get right to it. I think what we're going to use today shall be... I haven't used Rhino in ages. Oh, but we're going to use Volt, because Volt is just too cool. The Rhino, if you don't know, Rhino is another Warframe. If I can actually go ahead and just show you him really, really quick. There he is. He's a big, hefty, rhino-y guy. He's supposed to be really hard to defeat. Well, he's supposed to be able to take quite a few hits. He's not the boss he used to be. But they're actually going to be releasing a new skin for him somewhat soon. I guess probably not really soon, but they're working on it. They showed a concept art piece during the devs last stream, and it was awesome. Brazil! I got people from Brazil watching. Do you guys know if they fixed it so Germans can watch the stream yet? I was a little disappointed to find out that Germans can't actually watch it. A bit disappointing. Sage for president. Oh, I'd like to be president of the world. What do we got? Huzzah! Huzzah! Yeah, Abraham Lincoln. In college, actually, somebody kept saying they wanted, because I had a top hat in the last, half of college or so. I actually had somebody who would always be like, every time I see you, I just want to put a bolt in the back of your head. I was like, okay. And he's like, because you look like Abraham Lincoln. And he was like, okay, well, still, why would you want to do that to Abraham Lincoln? He was a good guy. He's like, I don't know, it's just a top hat. It's like, okay, come on now. It's just, you can't do that. That's not cool. He was a good person, though, that person. Brazil loves Sage. Brazil loves Sage. Yeah. Utah, 8:50. Yeah, Britain, 10 to 3 in the morning. Yep, that's extra late night. Alrighty, so now we got the little mini story about a classmate wanting to put a bullet in the back of my head in a joking manner. We can actually go ahead and get ourselves to what we're doing tonight, which is, if you didn't catch it as soon as I started the stream, we're actually going to be, well, we're going to do this first because I'd like to gather all these damn helmets, even if I have them already. We're just going to do this real quick, if I can actually click the thing. But what we're also going to be doing is Tier 2 and Tier 3 Exterminate. And while this is loading, I'm actually going to go ahead and just open another tab. And Warframe, Carrier, yeah, Carrier Prime. All I got to do is figure out where we got to go for that to make sure I'm not going to the wrong places. I thought I clicked play now already. What is this, just a defense? Oh, and I brought... it'll be easy enough. Let's see. No, don't want to do that. Yeah, we're going to need Tier 2 Exterminate and Tier 3 Exterminate, so I got those right. I don't need to have that open. As I remember, the wiki pages for Warframe in the past have had some serious issues with flash ads actually playing sound in the past, which is hellish. Yeah, I know. I don't look like a lot of people expect. My voice is often higher pitched than you expect for somebody with a beard. I mean, if you watch Star Citizen too, there's what's his name? He goes by the name of Disco Lando online. He's got a beard. I think his voice is often a higher pitch than mine. Unfortunately, guys, tonight I'm not going to play with the hat on the whole time. I'm going to be actually playing with the headset on because this game, it does have some sound that I'd rather hear. Right now, we might end up in a spot of bother if I don't hear it. You know, like enemies sneaking up behind me or something silly. My loadout, I'm using Volt Prime tonight. If you actually know Warframe stuff, he's an electrical frame. And then for weapons, I'm using these Twin Gratatas automatic weapons things that I've formed, I think, twice or something, or maybe more, and then my Opticore, which I formatted to be able to use every single bloody mod I want to use on it. I really should have brought Mesa for this, it would be a lot easier, but this will just have to do. Ah! No, I didn't mean to jump off it, I want to get on top of, yeah, this, or even, yeah, that's even better. Okie dokie. It comes, yes, the hat does come off. Oh god, I'm being shot at. You see, if I didn't have sound, I'd be blasted. Luckily, the Opticore fully charged. It has this sort of splash damage on lower level enemies, so you can actually shoot the floor right next to them. It's almost like a old-fashioned rocket launcher from like what are those, Unreal games or something like that. Or just an old-fashioned rocket launcher in games, so I don't have to aim directly at them. If you do hit an enemy, sometimes it'll ping between them too, and of course it'll AoE on the ground like I already said, so if there's a whole group of them, you can just pop into the ground and kaboom. I also might be a little tiny bit sweaty tonight because it is Florida, and not too long ago I went for like a 5-10 minute walk with my father and my Nahunchen. And yeah, it was a bit hot outside. If you don't know what I mean by my Nahunchen, that's vague German for my puppy. Hunchen is roughly puppy. Hund as in dog, chin as in child, sort of, so Hunchen should be puppy. Unless I completely butchered the translation. In which case, I guess we should be glad there's no actual Germans in the chat. At least no actual Germans from Germany in the chat, because I believe YouTube is still being silly and for some reason the Germans can't view, which is really unfortunate. Here we go. This is usually how I do defense missions. If I had Mace, I'd just be holding one button down and it just auto-targets and murders everything. But with this frame, I actually have to aim a little bit, which still isn't too harsh, is it, when you got this powerful gun here. Whoop! And you got tons of ammo. You guys probably can't see it, but I got tons and tons of ammo in the bottom right. I'm playing at 4K, so my text is going to be illegible for you guys, and then I'm streaming at 720, because I only have a 3 megabyte upload speed, which isn't ideal. Yep, yeah, I live in Florida. Stream more. I plan to stream more. Your dog is 70 human life years? 77 human life years. Wow, that's old puppy dog. If it's really that old though in human years, that's fantastic. I always fret pets aging. It's terrifying. Oh, look at that. See how everything's all a funky color right now? Like everything's a bit more yellow than it should be. That's because I switched to my scanner really quickly, and sometimes when you switch back and forth from your scanner really quickly, it'll actually leave the color of the scanner on the screen, which is really annoying. And AoE, and let's see, do I have all my mods? Yay, I do. So I can actually AoE out and reach all those enemies pretty easily. Unfortunately, my main, what's it called? The mod that gives me like a special ability or something, I don't have enemy radar on, which would be really useful right now, because then I can just tell where the enemies are in AoE and murder them that way. I have energy regeneration. Energy siphon, I think might be the name of it. So I just drain energy. Well, I don't necessarily drain it, but I gain energy slowly. So I can pew pew. And my max energy is like 300 and something. I'm at 350 right now. It's going up. And AoE, let's see how far AoE actually goes. Yeah, that killed all them. Yeah, that did it. I can still hear some walking. Yep, they're over here. Let's just pop it again, eh? Boop. If you don't know, Warframe actually recently received a movement system update too, so the way you move basically changed. And I don't mean necessarily like the walk animations, I mean, it went from a game where you ran pretty quickly, but you ran out of stamina, so you'd always have to be stopping or slowing down or doing this butt slide thing, where people slide on the ground like that to regain stamina, to one where you can just run forever, but that's not the fastest way to get around necessarily, because now you can do crouch and then jump button, and you'll just sort of fling through the air. Which in the past you could do jump and then melee and you do something like that, but it would take you farther than it does now. But now you can do your crouch and jump, and then you can actually do a double jump. So once you're in there, you can jump again, which is really awesome. It took me like a day or two to get used to it, but once you do get used to it, it's actually far superior to the original system. They also made it so instead of being able to wall run like you could in the past, now you have super force powers and can jump off walls, so you can just bounce about all over. It's actually really fun. It might not look the best in the world, but you get used to it, and once you're actually playing the game, it's fantastic fun to ping pong off walls like crazy. No, don't want my defense thing to get shot out. If you don't know, I'm playing a defense mission. I probably should have said that. I have to defend that thing right there. And I could go ahead and put silly little shields in like that, but, well, I have my frame set up so those shields, even though they're huge, they don't last long. Like, I didn't tell that shield to go away, it just expired. Because I have my stuff set up for speed, so I can just AoE, AoE, AoE. Kartoffel. I don't know, URI Kartoffel. 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 The R's are not very well pronounced in German, last I remember. That's what my, not necessarily not well pronounced, but they're more of a roll than just a R or a it's back in the more of the back of your throat, according to my German teacher years and years ago. I did actually have a German class in 2008 or in high school for German. Hey Sage, hey German guy here. Awesome. VPN to get in. Okay, so you had to reroute your IP address to get in. That's a bit annoying. I hope they get that sorted. Do you know why they're actually why you're not able to actually view it in Germany directly? Is that sort of like a censorship thing with Germany? Because I know they're so about, well, censorship after the Nazis did some silly, since they got, they're like, oh, you can't have swastikas and silly things like that. Is that why maybe you can't necessarily watch YouTube because they're, I don't know, I want to make a terrible joke about because they're afraid everyone on YouTube is Nazis. Actually, you can watch normal YouTube, you just can't watch streaming, isn't it? So, I don't know. Yeah, obviously, I've had a bit of an odd day. I say obviously. I'm telling you, I've had a bit of an odd day. I didn't actually get too much done today. I woke up, I was like, okay, there was an update for Killing Floor that just came out, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go level up one of the new classes a little bit and make a video on that. So I went and played a little bit, and all of a sudden I felt like a wave of depression, went and laid down with my dog. I say laid down, I went and gave my dog a kiss and then just laid down on my own, and all of a sudden it was 1 o'clock in the evening. So not much got done today. And then I went and finished leveling up the Killing Floor thing, which actually took longer than expected, and learned the new maps, because I wanted to make sure if I did a video on those I'd know the maps, which unfortunately didn't quite happen. I learned the maps, but I mean I didn't actually get the video out, or record it. I wanted to record it, but just got busy. Okay, let's see. Mayonnaise! Someone wants me to say mayonnaise? I have now said mayonnaise. They stop shooting at me. It's very rude. Not comprehending the fact that these are people. You should not be shooting people. I'm actually talking to myself there because I'm shooting people. Oh no. Stop pew-pewing. Go away. There we go. Okay, let's see. I agree. Say mayonnaise, the mobile. Hey Sage, are you going to play No Man's Sky? I'm going to play the crap out of No Man's Sky. Yes, most definitely. I like peaceful games and games where the idea is just to explore and enjoy the environments. That's one of the reasons I did an hour-long video on Star Citizen's social module. There's not too much to do right now besides talk to people and walk around a beautiful environment. And I love it. It's terrible. I do love that so much. Just walking around in beautiful environments sell me so easily, it seems. And pop, 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 pop. I just put down an energy thing, by the way. It pulses every now and again and gives me more energy, so I can just sit here in AoE now. Oh, what do we got? LP fan. I've alt-tabbed just for a second, so huge SE co-op survival LP fan. Glad you like that. YouTube is blocking on YouTube side due to disputes between Jimma and YouTube over royalties. Oh, that's so annoying. So it's really YouTube that's doing the blocking then, because there's a German company who's, I don't know what Jima is. Base Engineer stream, SE stream. I did an SE stream 2 days ago, I think it was, where I was building some stuff in Creative, a big ship. I wanted to finish that today, but I did not. I don't have the energy and inspiration for it. To like do a good job on that, I have to really want to do it. And if I just hop in there right now, it'll be like, okay, I know the vague shape, I'll get that done, and there, happy everybody, it's done. I don't know, it'll be done, but it'll also be like another 3 or 4 days before I have the energy to actually go back to it and do a double check on it. Because if I build it without actually feeling like building it, I often find myself, it's like, oh, the art there wasn't all to par or something. I say the art there. Because in a way, building in Space Engineers is an art on its own, and the fact that it still follows some artistic rules of you have to put bevels on edges so you don't just have a flat surface meeting another flat surface without something giving a little bit of detail to it. So, I'm afraid that if I build in a state when I'm not really feeling it, it won't be following those rules properly. So much yes. Everybody chant! SA stream! I already read that, didn't I? Just got back from feeding my cat. What did I miss? Nothing, I beat the level. Star Wars Battlefront, I will probably play that. I love the old Star Wars Battlefronts. Big fan of those. Let's see if I already have that helmet really quick, though. The one I just got from a reward for running that mission. Warframe. Is it in this tab? I think it is. No, it's not in this tab, is it? It's under like a cosmetic tab. I can never keep track of this silly stuff. Appearance, there we go. Yep, I already owned it anyway. Dang it. I can never keep track of it all. But yeah, I'm gonna play the Battlefield game. Battlefront, right? It's Battlefront? I believe so. Yeah. Yes, Battlefront. I love the crap out of the old Battlefront games when I was a kid. I mean, I spent probably hundreds of hours on those. I remember I even played with my niece. My niece, by the way, is 6 years younger than me. But yeah, I played those a lot with her when I was in my teens and stuff. And just on my own, just mindlessly killing the NPCs. So that's what I really am looking forward to with the new ones, is just sitting there and like, okay, can I murder 1,000 NPCs, you know, and can I single-handedly carry my whole team, you know, an NPC match? That's what I'm looking forward to, and I'm hoping it'll deliver on that. If it gets closer to release and all the reviews are like, it is just a reskin of Battlefield, then I'm going to be like, okay, maybe I'm out of it. I don't know. I love Star Wars a lot, so I might end up buying into it anyway. Okay, well, now we can actually get to what we wanted to do, which was Tower 2 and Tower 3 Exterminate missions. Look at that, we got 43 Tower 2 Exterminates and 34 Tower 3 Exterminates. So we can just start rocking through these nice and quick, like. Do you plan to make a Space Engineers survival stream? That would be pretty cool. If I did do a stream, I like doing streams solo. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit greedy about splitting content, and I get all finicky like, everyone's just gonna watch the other one if we're doing the same thing. I don't know. There's a whole bunch of stuff, but if I do a survival stream, it's SE, it'll probably be just me. I wouldn't mind that. I even wouldn't mind doing one in Medieval Engineers, even though I don't think what people would care for that as much. Oh, Lord. Oh, no, there's a grenade somewhere. Yep, I heard it. I didn't see it, but I heard it. My radar is showing red dots. I don't see them on my actual eyes, though. I don't see them on my actual eyes. English! Thus thou speak it. Apparently not. Okay, what else do we got? I tried. Good night. Oh, someone going to bed. Sleep well. Did I do what? Hold on, I've missed something. Somebody's asked me if I did something. How much money have I spent on this game? No comment. I've spent a lot of money on this game, I'm not gonna lie. Opticore! Yeah, my Opticore is through the roof. It's my favorite gun. Before the Opticore, my favorite weapon was the Soma, which, if you don't know, is sort of like an automatic rifle, almost like an SMG or something like that. It's super, super fast fire rate. But once you get to really high-level enemies with a lot of health, it's become stupid bullet sponges. You can't really kill them so easily. Because the Soma, you could have a crowd of enemies, you just go like that, and you literally kill like 20 to 50 people if you had it modded right. But you got one big guy, and you'd have to like until you're out of ammo, and then you'd have to reload, and then shoot them some more, and then they might die. But this thing, if you fully charge it and just whack in a big enemy, it'll just go kaputz. If you don't know, the Opticore is my weapon I'm holding. Yikes! And you charge it up and fire, and you can just charge it a little bit and fire too. And I have reload speeds and all sorts of stuff to make it charge faster and reload faster. Which I still sometimes think is a bit annoying to actually have to reload it all. I wish it could just continuously fire forever. Because look at that. Reload time, reload time, reload time. When you're dealing with like a Draco, or Draco? There's a level people play on. It's basically you have to defend these 4 points. It's an intercept mission. And people do it to farm tier 4 keys. These are really hard to access key things. Yikes! That guy tried to pull me over there. When you're doing that, there's so many enemies, and they all have such high health, it's basically you need something like the Opticore, it feels like, to take them out. But there's so many of them, you know, you could go whoop-pew, 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 and be doing fine taking them all out like that. But the second you have to reload, it's like, okay, well, I'm just toast now, aren't I? I also, by the way, have mods on my Opticore to have like some more punch through, so some of these walls, if they're thin enough, I can actually shoot through the wall and kill the guy. And as I said earlier, it has that bounce to it too, so on lower level stuff, if you just nick the ground, it'll take them out pretty quick as well. And that little drone I just shot was a, not a healing drone, a shield drone. Let's see, let's do an AoE, see if we can kill anything like that. Yep, that killed some stuff. And it's down here. Looking at my radar. What else do we got? Time Warner. All I am is lags. Okay, I'm gonna switch something if people are getting. Is it just you're lagging then? And Arma 3 or just sci-fi? I'm mainly sci-fi. I'm not so much an Arma 3 guy. I played DayZ a little tiny bit and just got. I called somebody the C word a few times after they killed me. because I was trying to talk to them and they just unloaded into my face. It was not a fun time. Before that, though, I was actually having a decent time in it. Me and my friend Ryan, if you actually look on my channel, there's some old Minecraft videos where me and my friend Ryan were just playing around. But me and him both got DayZ, and we're like, let's just have some fun in it. And we basically we got lucky. It only took us 30 minutes to find each other, trying to figure out which way was north, south, east, and west with the sun. And once we did that, we started heading up a railroad, and we come to this sort of complex. And we're having a good old time, just looking around the place, slowly starting to get some clothes and nonsense on. And long and behold, there comes somebody running towards the complex on the railroad. And of course, you know, everyone's heard, don't mess with people, don't talk to people, hide. Well, that's just not really in my nature a lot of times. Maybe the hiding part, I'm not gonna lie. Hiding sort of makes sense a lot of times. But, you know, the assume everyone's your enemy thing, it just pisses me off so much. So I was like, hello, friend! And he just stopped and he was like, oh, hello! And he was just talking to us. And he was basically low on water and been hurt a little bit. And we didn't have any water, but like, I was basically like, well, we'll help get you to a village or, you know, next town or whatever we can do. So we ended up setting out with him towards the next town, and like halfway there, he just drops dead from dehydration. And we can still hear him talking on the voiceover comms. He's like, oh god, I think I'm dead. I think I'm dead. I'm like, no, we'll find a way. We'll get water and bring it to you. And then the server crashes after like 2 minutes of us just talking like, we'll find a way. We'll come back. I didn't take anything off of his body either. So we get back on the server and he's dead now. He's not like unconscious. He's just dead. So we take, you know, like a little bit off of him. I felt terrible even doing that. I know it's completely against that game, but we took what we could off him, start walking, and all of a sudden the server crashes again. We're like, what the hell? So we join a different server. And of course, when you join a different server in DayZ, at least when we were playing, it puts you in the same spot you were, with the same stuff in your inventory. But of course, you're on a different server, so there could be different people around you, or different loot spawns, or anything like that. Well, sure enough, I logged off in like a bush, and my friend Ryan had logged off in the middle of the railroad. So, and we're on voice over IP outside of, we're on Skype or something like that. And all of a sudden, I'm still logging in, and he's like, oh god, okay, I'm getting on the ground, okay, oh god, okay. I'm like, what's going on? He's like, there's people here, they're mean. And I log in, and of course, instantly, like, you know, prone, lay down on the floor as they're yelling at him. I can hear them now, you know, a few feet away. Like, just telling him, okay, take off all your clothes, okay, get on the floor. And I basically stripped him down, put, I think it was either a pink hat on him, yeah, or pink trousers or something terrible like that. I just remember he was basically in nothing but his like boxers, and something was pink. I don't know. And eventually they force-fed him bleach and then left him there. And I basically ran out after they left. I'm like, oh my god, what do we do? We tried to make it to a town and he died. He didn't make it. It was terrible. And then like the next day, that's when a friend of mine, Lee, he ended up hopping on there because he knew more about that game than us, and he actually had some weapons, and he basically gave us some stuff, and we started running about. Lightning time! And we're on our way to like a bigger town where he said there was a lot of guns or something, and sure enough, as soon as we get near it, there was a big hospital or something weird on the hillside. Sure enough, bullets come ringing out. And I, being the coward I am, like, managed to get behind a building or something and double around. I'm coming back to this room, by the way, if you're wondering why I've just doubled back. This room is still showing red, which indicates there should be an enemy in here somewhere, so I'm just trying to figure out where he is. I'm being shot at by something. We're on the right path. Ah! But anyway, we get to that big town, and sure enough, bullets come ringing out. I dart into, like, a building or something to hide. Hey, we killed it. Oh, or ran in here. And my friend Lee, like, pretty much instantly just goes down. And so now it's me and Ryan just, like, running around this little town like, oh god, and they're like, just leave his stuff and leave. Just leave his stuff and leave. And at this point, I had, you know, like, okay, and beelined it out of town, and Ryan was, like, trying to get near his stuff, and basically just, they unloaded on him from sniper position. But he wasn't, actually, now that I think about it, I'm not sure Ryan was trying to get near his stuff, because Ryan is a pretty trustworthy guy, too. If he's being told to do something by guys with guns, he's probably just going to do what they're doing and leave. So, but I think they just unloaded on him as he was just trying to walk back down the main road, whatever dinky town that was. And so it's like, now I have my friend Ryan and Lee in my ear basically going, you have to go back and get our stuff, you have to go back and get our stuff. I'm like, how? All I have is a dinky pistol with like no ammo, and the aiming in this game is physically impossible, because if you've ever played like Arma or DayZ, like they have a mouse smoothing, which is just an insult to all game design. You should never ever have mouse smoothing in your game. If you have that, you need to go and commit hirikiri immediately, because you are a bad person. But so I'm like, I can't shoot a gun. It's absolutely pointless for me to try to even go get it. But they're like, both of them in my ear, just, you have to go get our stuff, Yak. You have to go get our stuff back. Yeah, I actually got both of those for once. I usually don't manage to get both of them. Not that all the loot even made it out of them. Dang it. But I go back there and I sneak all the way around out the hillside and manage to get behind the big building where the snipers were. And I basically go in there, I'm thinking, okay, maybe I can sneak up to and find them and talk to them without them knowing where I am. But sure enough, the second I go in the stairwell back behind the building, I see one of them run past me, like, oh no, oh no. And sure enough, he comes back and starts shooting at me like, wait, can't we just talk? Wait, can't we just talk? At this point, I've backed myself into a corner literally under the stairwell, like the little, when the stairs come up from the ground level, there's that little triangular gap there. Stairs come up from ground level, there's that little triangular gap there. I'm stuck in there now, like, looking out with a gun, like, please, can we just talk? Can we just talk? Can we just talk, please? That's all I want to do, please. I think I even threw my gun on the floor, but sure enough, they just rushed in there and unloaded on, like, one of them just turned the corner, whack, 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 and killed me with a gun. I was like, son of a... And that's what I just started, like, the C word was used, quite a few times. I'd say at least 3 to 5 times, somewhere around there, because I was just like, you son of a bitch, all I wanted to do was talk. All I wanted to do. They couldn't hear me, Lee told me later. It was like, yeah, Lee, yeah, Sage, they can't hear you when you're dead. I'm like, well, we heard that guy who wanted water earlier. That's, what I based my assumption that they could still hear me off of. Is the fact that, that guy we were trying to help get water earlier we could still hear him after he had perished. So, I'd hoped they'd still be able to hear me yelling at them with my rage. Which they probably, given people and scumbags, they often enjoy hearing your rage if they're the ones who caused it. Okay, there we go. So yeah, I never played DayZ after that. I felt like, okay, it was like a $30 game. I got to hang out with my friend Ryan, which I don't do often, Lee, which I don't do often. Yeah, that was worth $30. I'm not somebody who's, Steam refunds wasn't around back then, but usually I'm not this kind of person who's like, oh, well, I only played like an hour of this. I'm not really too interested in any more of it. I usually can get my enjoyment out of the game no matter what, or at least feel like I'm supporting game others like, usually. I don't usually buy things that I'm not interested in at all. One game I might find myself buying next time I actually get paid would be Red Orchestra, because I'm not too big of a fan of actually World War II games and stuff like that. When I was growing up, they always seemed too close to home. I don't know, maybe. Nah, it just seems too close to home sometimes. There was that one that the Hat Films guys played, which is like a multiplayer one that sort of looked interesting, but I'm tempted to buy Red Orchestra just because then you can play as like the one German soldier in Killing Floor 2 if you own that game. So I'm actually tempted to buy it just for that. But it's $20, and that seems like a bit of a hefty price just for a skin, honestly. Let's see, anything in chat? I don't know, Dark Feather, I'm assuming that's somebody's name. Mine's broken. Cool. Oh no! Oh dear. If you don't know why mouse smoothing is bad... One second. And I'm from the United States, Florida, born and raised, actually. Mouse smoothing is bad because usually in PC games, mouse movement is 1-to-1, which means if I'm looking that way, and I move my mouse a certain amount, it's going to go that way. Well, mouse smoothing, if I move my mouse slowly, it might go just a little bit that way. If I move my mouse quickly, but the same amount, it might go that much. It's sort of, I think that's mouse smoothing. It's designed to, like, smooth out your movements. Or, actually, I think it's probably the other way around. Like, you move your mouse slowly that much, it goes that much. If you move your mouse quickly that much, it's still only going to go about that much because it sort of tries to limit your movements down to a human level. So, in this game, I can instantly be looking that way. And instantly be looking that way. And my character's just literally instantly turned around, which isn't realistic. But it is enjoyable, and it works more like, in your brain, like, okay, I'm knowing I want to be looking that way in a millisecond, and I can turn myself quickly and be looking that way. In a game with mouse smoothing, you basically would have to plan ahead all of your movements. Like, I want to be looking behind me in a minute, so I'm going to start moving and then be there. And it's not as, it doesn't feel responsive, it doesn't feel realistic in actually controlling your character so much, even though it might be more realistic to a gameplay standpoint and from animation standpoints. But it's not enjoyable at all. It literally makes my skin, like, is that the word, crawl? It, like, scrunch up and feel disgusted. It's terrible. It's a god-awful technique that should be annihilated from all. It should be like a crime in the United States. It should be an EU level crime, or a UN level crime to have that in your game.
Mission complete. Excellent work, Tenno.
So disgusting. Yeah, Warframe used to be like that in the worst way. Whirling dervish, yeah. Just reading through comments, obviously. Video output low. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streams. As such, users will experience buffering. It's unfortunate. I might be able to actually switch that. I'm going to my stream options and I can't seem to switch this. I might have to stop the stream to switch that. No, this was grayed out before. I'm going to stop and restart the stream real quickly to try to fix some lag that I might be getting right now. Give me 1 second here. OBS, which is what I'm using the stream. We're going to do a settings. Just going to check my bit rate. Yeah, 2,000 kilobytes. It's probably the best we can get. I only have a 3 megabyte upload. It's like very annoying. Let me just try one thing real quickly. I'm going to stop this and restart it, so I'll be right back, guys. Just give me 1 minute and I'll be right back. Alright, I should be coming back online momentarily. Hopefully this will fix some of it. Hopefully. Still looking like it's offline. That's not right. Why are you still showing offline? Someone misses my smooth, croaky voice. How it's smooth and croaky, I'm not exactly sure, but I'll take it as a compliment. I see lots of ice cream. Okay, there we go. I'm live, and the internet can totally see you now. What a silly thing to say. Why do they phrase it like that? Okay, so yeah, I am back. Hey, there we are. Howdy, howdy. What I did is I went into the stream settings, and I've gone ahead and changed it from optimized for interaction. I had a ding, and my stream stopped. It's not my fault that it's breaking. It's not my fault. It should be back online now. It says it's connected. It should be back online. It's not my fault. Okay, yeah, it's not my fault. I don't know why it keeps breaking like that. And I didn't get what I needed from that run. So we're going to go ahead and do that again. I'm actually going to switch to a different gun because that was pretty much a walk in the park. I'm going to switch to something that's a little bit quicker. I'm going to use the Soma. I don't know why it broke. What I did, because I think I got cut off, it disconnected for some reason. What I did is I changed the stream options to have more latency on my end, basically. So I switched it from optimized for interaction, low latency, to optimized for less view buffering. So you guys shouldn't get much buffering, but yeah, it'll be a bit more delay between what I say and then when you hear it. So I won't be able to interact so directly, but that's alright, I figure, since I'm not always staring at the second screen there. Thoughts on Fallout 4? Looks alright. If the dog gets hurt, I'm going to lose my marbles, and I'm terrified to play that game, mainly because of that. What else do we got here? It's okay, Sage, we still love you, and your beard. Yay, the beard is glad to be loved. Oh, ice cream cake. Audio keeps cutting out for me. Well, hopefully that's only you, and hopefully that'll get better for you soon. Sorry. Yes, all hail the beard! I didn't know Sage was part of the Epic Beard Club. Holy shit, Sage has a beard. A lot of people are tuning in for the first time and didn't see my office tour as well. Yeah, I got a beard. And I often wear, when I do videos, sometimes I'll wear a top hat. But of course I can't wear a top hat right now, as there's a headset in the way. And this game actually has audio I'd like to listen to. Dog is immortal. Oh, did they confirm the dog can't die in Fallout 4? Thank God. I'd literally have a breakdown if that happened. Fucking God. Yeah, I know, my voice is much higher pitched than you'd expect for a guy with a beard, but as I said earlier, if you've watched Star Citizen stuff, there is, Jared, I believe his name is. He's got a big beard, and he's got a voice that's, I think, is often higher pitched than me. You might know him as Disco Lando. Founders assemble! Yeah, Founders in, if you don't know what that means, that's a... Yeah, it's a Warframe thing, or if you're one of the original backers from when it was earlier beta, GE. And yeah, my face is on there. I did a stream on there that was pretty chaotic on as well, I believe. And I just have some random videos of me talking into a camera if you just want to see my face. Yep. Yeah, I'm a founder in this game. It's Warframe free. Warframe is absolutely free to play, but you have limited numbers of weapons you can have at the same time. So you can build one, level it up, you don't like it, buy another one, build it at least, and then sell the original weapon to make sure you have weapon slots. Same with the suits, same with all of it. Warframe is free to play. It does feel a little bit limited sometimes, but actually not that limited, honestly. If you just plan to have like 1 or 2 frames or something, it's not very bad at all. And you can even get to high ranks with like your overall game rank without spending a penny. You just keep having to sell things, that way you only have so many slots. Because you only have so many slots, you sell something, level it up, sell it, level it up, something else, sell it. It's a pretty damn good game. It's enjoyable. Did I hear about space engineers? Meow, Captain, what has happened? What's happened? What's happened? Yeah, yes, Warframe is on Steam. Yeah, I like gold and black, and I used to have a lot of gold and white. Like if we go to, how did this guy uses a prime one? Well, if you were to go to one of the frames, yeah, the original Volt Prime. Oh God, I didn't color that one the way I thought. Neither did I do with that one. Neither did I do with that one. Okay, apparently not. Yeah, I used to have this totally crazy, garish, hideous white and gold. But I ended up going with black and gold. Because, I don't know, I like it. It sort of reminds me of the 80s a bit for some reason. Like 70s, 80s hotel rooms. But, I don't know, I like it. This is a little pet thing you can have in the game. They're pretty cool. I named it Mars for some reason. I don't know. God of War, Roman, I believe. Or Greek. 2 flames is slow. Holy fuck, say Joanne. You are a man. You are man. Yes, I am male. Frames. Hi. Read my comment. I have read your comment. Techno Butter 12? Yeah, I know. My voice is higher pitched than you'd expect, eh? Just happens, though. Some people get high-pitched voices, some people get low-pitched voices. Some people have really deep voices and a baby face. It just happens. I'd actually probably have a pretty round face, actually, if it wasn't for the beard. Okay, let's go ahead, and since we're just talking, I never swapped that weapon out like I said I was going to. I'm going to go ahead and grab the Soma that I mentioned earlier. Not that awesome game that's in the works by the people who did, Amnesia, I believe. Oh! Oh, check this out. I have... Oh, no. I won't forget, okay? You know what that alarm is, I won't forget later. I'll just remember. Hopefully. I forgot about this weapon. I need to level that up at some point. I bought that with in-game currency. That's not real money. Where's my Soma gun? There's Soma Prime. There we are. Yay! See, the white and gold on that doesn't look too garish, but I'm going to switch it to the secondary one, which is black and gold, which I quite like. And now we can go pew-pew some enemies. And it should go a lot quicker with this weapon, since the enemies are pretty easy to defeat in this area. Let's see. Tower 3 exterminates. Hey, okay. Yep, some of you definitely know what it is. Yeah, pills. Say it, you are God. Minor blasphemy, I'm kind of alright with it, but only kinda. Look at the market for Warframe substage. Yeah, you can definitely find Warframe on Steam. It's free to play. Just click, download, have fun. There we go. Hey, look, it's been a long time since I used Soma. You can see people die pretty quickly with it. And I have slash mods on it so people break into little tiny chunks. Ow, and that was a missile. Go away. Go away. It's got decent accuracy on stuff, so it'll pop stuff in too. But you can see these big guys, like if you saw when I was running through this with the Opticore, they just instantly died. Or it took a few more bullets with this thing to cut those guys down. They still go down pretty damn quick though. Die, please. Okay, that room's clear. I could have just done my AoE and take. No! He got me with the rope. Shoo! You are not my friend. You are my enemy. There is also a decent, I say decent, there's a terrible melee system in this game, but spam F and things die. Or not F, but whatever your melee button is. I've rebound mine. There we go, there we go. And that's all the loot in this room. Yeah, the melee system, this is decent. I mean, you got your down, you just spam melee, you'll do this. If you jump in melee, you'll do a swing if you're not aiming down. You can actually switch to your melee weapon, and then it has combos, which I can show you guys, melee combos. And it's like, FFFF will do something, FF pause, FFFFFF will do something else, so we can try that. FFFF. FFFF. Okay, I just guess I'm sort of doing a bash with the shield. FF pause. That doesn't look like it did anything different. How long is the pause supposed to be? It's a rubbish melee system. It used to be better, where you could charge melee, where you hold it up and charge attack and whack, and it felt so good because you actually felt like you were in control of the melee. But not so much anymore. Still a good game though, even though they murdered their own melee system. And you can see at the very bottom, you probably can't read it, but I have this tiny little bit of text down there at the bottom, and it's saying, can I get my mouse to show it? Can't even see my mouse probably. It's saying that I need to get X number of kills with my rifle. It's just sort of like another mini objective you can sometimes get in this game, where it'll go ahead and just tell you, hey, mini objective here, do this and you'll get extra XP. Everything on me is fully leveled up, but, well, he's just telling me to kill people with my rifle right now, and I'm doing that anyway, so, yeah, don't have to worry about that. And I'm sort of thinking maybe I shouldn't even bother looting these rooms, because they give you so few credits. Yeah, why bother? Hey, hop, hey, Petty, hop, hop, hop. Oh god, get through the opening, get through the... This is annoying, eh? Look at this. Clearly, room to get through that, and you can't get through it. So damn annoying. Some of the collision models in this. And yes, I am using Volt Prime. Thank you for liking the beard. Oh no! Oh, a challenge, jeez. Okay, yeah, it's called a challenge. The thing at the bottom is what the guy's talking about. And whack! Yeah, the melee's not bad. It's just, I like the old system more. I don't like this whole like, oh, press it 5 times and time it correctly. And it's like, oh yeah, no, go frack yourself. How about we have a melee system where if I block bullets, because you can block stuff, like if I switch to my melee weapon and block, I can block it. But how about, you know, if I'm meleeing against something, I block it at the right time, it reflects it, but only if I block it at the right time. Like if it's another melee attack, or those big missiles that are coming at you, if you block it at the last second, then you're alright. Did you see that? I threw my shield somehow. You can throw your shield somehow. I'm not sure how, because it's a stupid system. It's one of those combos, and I hate combo systems, but that was pretty cool. How about mixing the buttons, you know, like different melee buttons? It's PC, there's a dozen buttons. Find me one. Yeah. Assign one to do something. Even on a controller, they have bunches of buttons, because I know this game is also available on Xbox One and PS4, so if you not really a PC guy, you can actually go ahead and play this game on those 2 consoles. Yikes, that was a long AoE. No! There we go. So, they do have to take that into consideration when they're doing combos and setting up how things are going to control, but still, even those have more buttons than just one button for melee. Find something other than just combos, because combos are just not enjoyable. What else we got? Big things coming at you. Yeah, enemies? It's coming in an update. Wait, what's coming in an update? I like Halo. Is Halo coming in an update? Just a marker coming in an update? Ultimate be praised? Ultimate parkour. Yeah, I did do some more stress test stuff recently. I don't know if... Yeah, last week after the update, I started doing some stress test stuff, where I have some big battles again. Mainly I did it because they changed the way turrets work, so you're no longer blowing up your own ship. So I sent those 2 big Star Destroyer-esque ships at each other again. And, it was awesome to see them not blow themselves up. You wouldn't believe how much damage was actually done in the previous one, where they were actually blowing themselves up. I mean, there's so many turrets still working. It's amazing. It's beautiful. I love it. They've done so well at fixing that turret issue, so turrets are no longer shooting their own ship. That footage, though, is taking me a long time to get through. I did it all with the Shift F11 thing, where it tells you the sim speed. I did it with that turned off. So I'm having to sort of judge its speed by eye, and I know I've gotten some of it wrong. Damn, missiles knocking me down. I know I've gotten some of it wrong, but I'm going to put it out anyway once I finally get through the rest of the footage. It still took, like, one of the passes still takes, like, 30 minutes or something to get through. It's terrible. Yeah, it's still pretty bad, the sim speed, with mega battles like that. Oh god! Because I think I did 4 or 5 runs, and in total it was like... Because if you're zoomed in so it can only see part of the ship, it seems like the sim speed's not as bad. I don't know, maybe it's just in my head. But overall I got like a few hours of footage for just a couple runs that I have to speed up and go through, and also cutting it all up that way I can... The bits of the footage were after the battles I went through and the carcasses of the ship to show how they were shot up. It's all pretty cool stuff, but it just takes a long time to go through that. And it's a bit tedious. And I haven't been able to find any music I want to listen to lately. I'm often not so much of a music guy as I am a podcast guy. And, well, podcasts have been a bit lackluster, the ones that I actually like lately. I'm also a big fan of Hat Films and their dialogue. And they put out a video a day. That's still just one video. So it's like, okay, cool. I have one video that I really want to watch, and then I'm sitting there watching more content from them. I really wish they've been doing those Trials of Derpules thing on the main Yogscast channel. You might have seen that. I don't know if you guys are fans of Yogscast or not. I, oddly enough, I am. Really big time Hat Films and just the main channel. But they've been in those Trials of Derpules, and I wish to God that the Hat Films voiceover stuff was just only on their channel. I know it can't be a lot of times because they have to change Vint channels and then be working with the other teams in certain ways. But, dear God, I just love Hat Films' odd and strange banter and their team dynamic. Oh, dearie, dearie. What an odd thing to hear me, a somewhat well-known, oh God, a reasonably functional YouTube person talking about other YouTube persons, eh? That's odd. Oh god, is it? Maybe it's not. We're all people in the end. Oh god. Ah! Where'd you go? There you are. Hidden behind my own body. One of the many reasons why I prefer first-person games over third-person. Your body won't block your enemy. As long as the game actually has a bloody FOV worth having. Okay, let's see. What music do you listen to? I have been listening to... I don't know, I like a wide range of stuff. About the only things I don't like usually are country. That's in some rap. Some rap I like, some rap I don't. It's usually hit and miss. Pretty heavily miss, actually, on that. But country I'm really not a fan of. The only country stuff I actually like, which, I don't know, there's a difference between country and western, I don't know. I know there is, actually. But the only sort of stuff like that that I do like is from Johnny Cash. And even then I have to be in the mood for it usually. And I only really got into listening to anything Johnny Cash when he did the cover of Hurt before he passed away. Because that was incredible, that cover of a song. Jesus Christ. I mean, you really could hear the pain in his voice. I mean, just agony. Physical and mental, you know. At that point, I believe his wife had passed away, and he was just... If you have not heard Johnny Cash sing Hurt, you need to go ahead, mute my stream, Alt-Tab, or do a Control-T if you're in Chrome to open up a new tab, and listen to that song. Because I mean, I just, almost every time I listen to that thing, I find myself tearing up. Because it's just, there's so much power in his voice in that song. It's incredible. But yeah, I end up listening to Nine Inch Nails a lot. I've been lately listening to, oh god. Well, not Chasing Dragons. Oh, bloody hell. They're on I listen to most of my music on Pandora. I'm not gonna lie to you guys there either. I don't buy too much music. I'm like, oh, Pandora, music, because I'm not that big of a music person. I barely ever listened to music throughout all of high school, and then in college is when I started getting into music a bit more. But it's usually I like listening to people talking. So that's one of the reasons I like Hat Films so much, is they run their mouths like crazy. Like I'll watch, they released a Trials video today, and about all I did on that was, I didn't actually watch, actually I did watch it, but I think I replayed it once again just to listen to their banter one more time. They're silly buggers. Oh god, I missed that person. Oh, they also released a Worms video like 2 days ago I just found, and I didn't watch that at all, I just listened to it and enjoyed that. And I'll go back and actually watch it probably later tonight or tomorrow or something. Or just listen to it again, because, hey, I love banter more than music. That's just what I'm getting at here. Oh, dearie, where are you? He got a missile off. No! Go away, missile! No! Go away, missile! Ah! Son of a bitch! Ah! The frickin' missile was chasing me everywhere. Good, and he did die. Shoot! Go away. And go away. It just hit me since I did have a few technical difficulties. I really should have. Like, you probably saw the like AFK screen that I did, and I got like the live screen thing. It should be the thumbnail too. I did those the other day. I probably should have done a technical difficulties one, just cover my bases. I got a few of them, but forgot that one. Easy enough to make though. Eh? Okay, let's see. A dozen people on my stream list. Hey, someone's thinking of actually getting Warframe after actually seeing it. Yeah, it's a pretty damn fun game. It can be a bit grindy. It's got another terrible game mechanic called RNG! Something I would have thought would have died with like World of Warcraft's very first expansion, but unfortunately it still lingers on in its many forms in different video games. Something like this here, as I'm doing this whole mission, that way it'll go ahead and pull from a loot pool, it'll roll a number, and maybe give me the item I'm looking for out of that pool. It's just such a bad system. I'm fine with an RNG system if it has... There we go, all targets down. If it has some limits on it, as in... I pressed that button and nothing happened. Usually when you step on some of those things, something will shoot at you. But with RNG, I wish it would take account of what you already have in your inventory. Like, oh, you already have this item, you already have this item, you already have this item. So if it rolls and lands on that item again, instead of giving it that to you, it would give you something else. Now, Warframe has countered this by basically having a special vendor where you can sell your duplicate items. But it also is annoying if you're going for a specific thing. You're like, okay, yeah, I got a duplicate of that for the 1000th time. I really like this other thing I know that drops from this place. I'd like the system to be able to say, okay, look, we know you've run this mission this, X number of times, but you've never gotten what you were, this other item that we don't see you have. The random roll lands on the wrong thing and it just goes, okay, it's been 20 runs, we're going to jump it over that one time, set it so it's like every 20 runs it'll jump it to something you don't have or something like that. Because you can theoretically just keep running and running and running and it's like, oh, not the thing I wanted, not the thing I wanted, not the thing I wanted. It's like, come on. Drink. I have a recycle, not bucket, cardboard box. It's a cardboard box I put my recycled drinks in. Just joining, I must say, that beard. Thank you. I don't know if that's positive or not, but I'm going to take it as positive. I have something I could build, huh? What about building the great harbor ship of Ventus? I will have to Google that. Harbor ship of Ventus. Oh, it's like the big, I love streaming because I can just do this. Harbor ship of Ventus, just so anybody else doesn't know what it is. That is pretty cool. Oh wow, even size comparison there, eh? That is pretty cool. Oh my god, it actually is quite hefty compared to a Star Destroyer. I don't know, maybe. I like its design. Unfortunately, it's so very hard to make curved stuff like that in a big ring. In Space Engineers, it would be coming off as more like a octagon or something. Oh, have you guys seen this ship before? It's one of my favorite ships of all time. This ship here. It's so cool. The Dune ship. The jumper ship that they all go inside and it jumps. It carries a bunch of other ships around the galaxy. It's a fantastic ship. I'm playing Warframe, if you haven't noticed. Okay, let's see. What do we got? I'm just looking at chat if you don't know. I got two monitors. Chat's over there. It's all the way on the screen that I actually got like 2 feet away from me. I should probably bring it closer, but it's on a special mount. Yeah, the Mass Effect Citadel. I'd love to build that, but if you guys were here for the last stream I did a few days ago, I was actually building in that, and it didn't exactly go to plan. Well, I say it went to plan, but it became laggy. That's what I mean by it didn't go to plan, is it started having issues where the sim speed, even though nothing was moving, nothing was happening, had dropped down to like 15% or so of normal speed, even though it was just a big static ship. And of course, when I build stuff, I always, I'm not doing this mission. It was an alert mission that was going to give me a key. I'm not doing it if the damn thing's not going to give me a group. It's probably not giving me a group because I'm in, no, we don't want to do a capture mission, because I'm my internet bandwidth is probably being gobbled up like crazy from streaming and playing a multiplayer online game. No, I don't like Elite Dangerous, I'm sorry. It just bugs me. What was I answering? I've completely lost it. Yeah, Aaron does love round stuff. Ah, the ship, the lag, yes. That's why I couldn't build the Citadel or something. Oh, I should have joined that game that somebody just invited me to. I'll do that in a second, eh? Next time I'm out of this, anybody invites me or anything, I'll just join like the first invite I get. And you just, as soon as I join your game, queue us up for something, eh? As soon as I'm in the game, just queue us up and I'll run whatever. How about that, eh? I'd like to run tier 2 and 3 exterminates, ideally, but I'm up for pretty much whatever right now. Again, prefer tier 2 and 3 exterminates, so really do. I want to get that dang carrier that they released months back now that I still haven't gotten around to getting. But as I said, sim speed issue with a static structure with a lot of pipes in it. Somebody actually told me that. Ooh, they emailed me after that stream. Oh my god, I've died. And my AoE didn't go off. That was terrible. You can revive 4 times per day, by the way, and those reset daily. I got killed. It was painful. But somebody emailed me telling me that one of the reasons why the sim speed might have been dropping, even though there was nothing moving, even though that the ship was technically still a station, was probably because pipes do a check to see if they're connected, like I guess every second or whatever. And so that actually adds to the sim speed issues, and same with vents. And because I always like to build my structures out properly and follow the building code, which I need to make a video on still, Space Engineers building code, I have vents in every room, and I usually have those vents set up to automatically close doors, so they're always checking to see if that room is pressurized, apparently, so that might be part of the sim speed issues stuff, which would make sense, because I had, well, 5 times 5, I don't know, I'm not great at math, but 25, something like that. Lots and lots of vents, dozens and dozens of pipes. That panel went down, yet nothing is activated again. This is weirding me out. Yeah. By the way, if you are tuning in from that previous stream, if you were at the end of that stream, you might have heard me say that I wanted to continue working on that ship again. Today, I'm not going to be working on it today, unfortunately. I am going to finish that ship, and I am going to finish it on a stream. It's just, I don't quite feel like working on it today. Sorry. I would have liked to have finished it today, but I just didn't have it in me to go and poke around with it, or at least finish its engine sections. It just wasn't in me. If I work on it when I'm not really dedicated to it, I'm going to make a mistake. Ah, god dang it, I'm not the best at this chat thing, am I? I said thank you to somebody, and it went. It's just my general chat. There we go. They're complimenting my videos, thank you. Whee! There we go. And did I miss an enemy that way? I don't believe I did. Why is this room still saying red? Oh, there he is. I just saw him. I thought I did. Maybe I didn't. Guess I didn't. Alrighty then. Let's see. That's a lot of people in here. Let's go ahead and try to do this a little bit quicker. Whack! And it didn't kill everyone, so that was a mistake because now I'm in the middle of a bad room. Luckily, I still have 3 more revives. As I said, the revives reset daily. You can buy more revives for RL currency that's been converted to in-game currency, but I pretty much never do that. I wish they actually give you a button to do that while you're dead without a revives and up the price, actually. It seems a bit scammy, but honestly, it's like, okay, I'm running a mission, I just got something I really wanted, and I can't stand the idea of doing this mission again and I'm out of revives. Just let me spend 25 platinum to buy 2 more revives, please. I don't care if it's scamish, I want to be done with this, that sort of thing. Whack, 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 bullets to the face. York. Hi. I don't know how you didn't hear all those bullets, but you heard them there as they went through and cut them in half. What else do we got here? It's blurry. Okay, so some people are saying that the stream gets a bit blurry every now and again, and a refresh fixes it. That's good to see. I might have just realized something terrible. Oh my god. Well, this might fix some stuff if you're having issues. I just realized I was downloading my own stream at 720p. And I'm being shot at now by something. I'm busy reading chat. Leave me alone. Yeah, my connection isn't ideal. I only have 3 megabyte up. I'll join you in a second. Whoever invites me when I'm done with this, I'll join the first invite I get. God. I need to also switch back to the Opticore before I actually do another mission. I see, like, some of this stuff here, it really reminds me why I stopped using this. Because compared to the Opticore, it's taking forever to kill this crap. Swish! Ah, your rope missed me. Not sure you can see that on the screen, but his rope went, like, right by the screen. Almost felt like it hit me in the eye. There we are. Aha! Job's done. Can't wait till the Vive 2 or 3 when the resolution is like 4K per eye or some silly bullocks like that. Because then you'll be playing games like this, and even if it's a third-person game where the camera's floating behind the character, or even if you're just playing it in your own virtual space, you can have the screen hovering in front of you at that point, and the screen itself will be like a window into this world. You know, it'll be like playing with a 3D monitor in front of you, except for no glasses, just the Vive headset, and you'll be sitting in your own sci-fi environment, or mythology environment, or wherever you want to play at. Oh, I can't wait for that stuff to come along. Of course, for stuff like a 4K per eye nonsense, you're going to need better graphics cards than are even on the market right now. Like, 2 Titans wouldn't even cut that. Oh, at least I don't think it would. Yeah, no, because to do 4K 60 frames per second Star Citizen, I think right now you need 2 Titans, which is crazy. Every time I do Star Citizen, I have to play it at 1080p, which breaks my 4K loving heart. 4K is beautiful. If you guys haven't actually seen it, I suggest you go to like a Best Buys or something just to look at one of those big monitors. And if you have a friend or someone who has 4K, you need to see a game in it, because you can basically shut off anti-aliasing completely, and it still looks pretty crisp. I guess ideally 5K is where it should be for that, but honestly, it's good enough at 4K where you don't really need anti-aliasing. Like, I believe I'm playing this at 4K right now. I'm streaming it out at 720, but I can't really, there's like, you can barely see the jaggedy nonsense there, and there, I can't see it at all now, on the edge of that pillar. It's fantastic. Oh! Whack! Wow, I got really, like, I don't know, I just zoned out completely there. Okay, let's see. Do you think planets are going to come out in SE update 202.000, so update 2? I don't know. I don't know when they're going to come out. I actually have no idea. I just hope by the time they come out that they've really polished planets before they come out. I know it's a beta game, it's an early access game, so they can release stuff in a semi-so-so fashion, but I really want planets when they come out. I want to be able to settle down on a planet and just build up a big, huge subterranean city without having to worry about the next update adding something absolutely incredible to planets that's going to make me want to completely tear down my city and relocate to a whole new world, you know. Go away. No, go away, laser. And down with the enemy. Down with the bad cell. Okay, I think I did a finisher on that guy. Oh no! 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 Go away! Du bist nicht mein Freund. See, look at this. Where's my damn Opticore? Why did I switch back to this weapon? Such a mistake has been made. And these big shield bubbles here, you have to basically shoot those, and then they go away, then you can kill the guy that had them. There we go, you see a few bullets there went through somebody. God. I've made such mistakes using this gun and not my Opticore. I forgot just how rubbish this gun is in comparison to it. Whack, whack, whack! My melee weapon's not the strongest either. Whack, whack, whack! I'm a 2-year-old! But I forgot how not strong my melee weapons are either. I really long for the charge attacks of the old days, where you could just cut stuff in half. Of course, they didn't have such high-level enemies back then, but still, I wouldn't mind using a big, huge, slow sword if I could charge it up and instantly down an enemy, but currently, even their huge swords, you might as well just spam F. It's useless, the new melee system. I hate trying to time nonsense. One more enemy kill. It says enemies at the top left there. 128 killed out of 129. The Tinno are murderers. They truly are just crazy psycho murderers. Okay, let's see. Did we get what we wanted? Did we get it? Did we get it? Did we get it? Did we get it? We didn't get it! Yay! Yeah, we didn't get it. Whatever. Okay, I'll join the first invite I get. If there's the previous invite that was sent to me just as I was starting up is still there, I'll just accept that one and we'll do a mission. Akirod? Or whatever it's spelled. Yeah, I'm using the shield and axe. Yeah, Warframe is a pretty amazing game. I'm not going to stream Halo 5 lest it's on PC. If it comes out on PC, I'll stream it. I don't actually even have any functional consoles anymore, unfortunately. Yep, Dr. Block there's an invite. Let's see. Oh, no, session gone. Okay. Oh, and sorry, Dr. Block. Tall Tree has sent me an invite, and I got it. Howdy, Tall Tree. Sorry, Dr. Block. Hey, Tall Tree, you want to invite Dr. Block as well? His name is Dr_Blocks. It's plural, actually, so DOCTOR_BLOCKS. He might also now be getting some invites from other people, but, Tall Tree, could you toss him an invite? Oh, I can just use chat, can't I? I am actually getting a message here. Howdy! Okay, cool. Looks like you just got my, voice. You good to hear? Oops, nobody saw that, right? I accidentally held in enter. Spelling the spaghetti right now. What? What I disliked most about Elite Dangerous was probably his flight model. Oh god, there's voices in my head. Howdy, hello. Howdy, hello. This might be odd. Okay, we got everybody in here? Who we got? Yeah, we got Dr. Blocks in. Good. We got everybody in.
Order seems to have misplaced those memories.
Okay, well, you guys in the group can actually respond in the chat to me when my voice actually gets to you. Do you want me to queue us up for some more exterminate missions? Or do you want to do something else? I'm up for whatever, but ideally tier 2 and tier 3 exterminate, so I can just queue us up for those. Run, you hold shift and W to run forward in PC.
Tenno, a new alert has begun. It will be marked on navigation.
I'm planning to stream like every 2 to 3 days. Okay, I'm gonna queue us up for some tier stuff. That sound good to you guys? Get those two in group with me, Tree and Doctor. You can just answer in-game chat. Here, I can just ask you guys to not have to delay.
Anything that you want to play, Sage?
Okay, well, let's do that then. Okay, that'll do. I don't know what my push to talk button in this game is. I think it might be Alt. Is that my push to talk button? Control? Probably not. Shift? Definitely not. Is this my push to talk button? Can you hear me in game? Is this my push to talk button? Yeah, I don't know. Okay, let's go ahead and do those tier.
Also, we can't hear you in game. I just am listening to you through your stream.
Alright, listen through stream. That works. And of course, your voice should be being picked up on stream as well, so say hello to the streaming's peoples. And yes, I am American. Okay, let's go. Let's do another tier 3, eh? And then, of course, people have to vote on it in the group. Ah, sparkling ice water. Yum. Yeah, okay, cool.
Hello, everyone on stream.
And there you go. Now you know how much of a delay there
Alright,
is.
is this thing working?
Yeah, everything seems to be working. Wow.
Yes, your microphone's working.
We got a whole group now. It is unfortunate though that my push to talk isn't working because then I can't really talk back and forth with them.
Hi, stream.
Yeah, I need to figure out my push to talk. So just give me a moment here. Oh, good God! Neil, you're right. I didn't change my weapon. I did forget to change my weapon. Lad, you want to come say hi? My puppy also just showed up in here.
You aren't the
Give me 1
first
second.
to
You want to say hi? The stream's
If you
going.
hold C, Sage, it should work.
tower.
I've rebound my push to talk, by the way. I'm going to move the camera. Everything. The world's going to be shaky. Yeah, lad, you see this camera? That's a camera. That's a people. There's people there. Yeah. I'll hold it back, eh? Yeah, it's a camera. I know. I'm in the middle of something, okay? I'm in the middle of something. I know, you want me to go to bed or something. I'm gonna be playing for probably another hour or two, okay? Okay. I love you, buddy. That's my puppy dog. If you haven't seen him, his name is Lad, L-A-D. He is a snuggle pup, and I hope moving the camera around didn't make anybody sick.
This is gonna be kind of embarrassing, but Sage, I actually started playing Warframe because I couldn't run Space Engineers on my old computer whenever it came out.
Well, maybe they'll get Warframe sorted out, or not Warframe, Space Engineers sorted out so it'll run on more computers someday. You did say it was on your old computer, so it could be you can actually run it now. Really quickly, I'm going to go ahead and go to my customized key bindings and find my push to talk button. Push to talk, push to talk, push to talk. It's got to be here somewhere. Got to be here somewhere.
And
Unfortunately, if you there, push to talk. Ah, what?
well,
There, I've bound it to Alt, so it'll actually be something I can use. Okie dokie, Loki, can you hear me in game now?
oh my God, now I can hear you. Let me go mute my microphone or mute the stream.
Yep, most definitely. Probably mute the stream. There we go. That should be much better. Because it's a bit silly if there's a huge delay between you responding and for my voice and screen.
Yep.
Oh wow, so much better. Thank you, Sage.
Yep. Sorry about that. It was bound to like a parenthesis or something silly. I keep shooting at the wrong damn thing.
I just want to tell you that, yeah, my old PC used to not be able to run Space Engineers, and I bought it a while back, and I finally upgraded my good PC to play it, and now I have like 800 hours in it.
Yeah,
and
it can eat up time quick, can't it?
It does. I love it. You were like one of the few YouTubers that actually started playing it a lot, and that's why I subbed to you, and I've been watching you like, oh god, forever, like since back whenever it was you, Aaron, and Tazoo.
Yeah, quite some time. It's been at like, what, a year now, I think?
Yeah, oh yeah. And I've always wanted to comment on your stuff, but for some reason my YouTube account is all like, oh, you don't get to message people, what's wrong with you?
Is it a Google Plus thing, maybe? I think they discontinued the Google Plus thing. Like the need
I don't know.
to have it, but...
I'm just glad that I get to talk to you. Oh my god, I sent my girlfriend the link to your stream whenever you told him to invite me. I was like, oh my god, is this really happening?
Wow, I feel a lot more famous than I deserve to feel.
Well, you know, you're famous in your own right, my friend. You're very funny. I love watching your Space Engineer series, and I wish that I had people to play with it all the time like that, because I used to play it with a couple of my friends, but they kind of got tired of it.
Yeah, often life will get in the way of such things. I used to actually play Minecraft eons ago with a friend, and I didn't even record that, and that was a lot of fun, but... So after a while, things happen in life, and not everybody has the time to continue playing games and having fun. Oh god, that's an enemy right in my face saying
Well,
it.
if you ever want to play Warframe or Space Engineers or anything like that, by all means, I'm more than happy to join you.
Noted. Okay.
Man, for the longest time, I thought I was in the opposite time zone of Sage, and here I am, late night, enjoying a game with him. So, once again, same offer goes out to you, Sage, if you do want a game or something on Space Engineers Warframe, I'm up for it. I do have a few friends who play Warframe, but I can't play with anyone in Space Engineers.
It can also be hard to find people in Space Engineers, as I'm sure pretty much everyone can attest. You'll often find that someone's computer might not be able to run it.
Yep. What else was it? Oh, I live in Florida too, actually. I found that out, and I was like, wow, that's really weird that you live in Florida. Do you live in, well, you probably don't want to say on the internet, so never mind.
Might not be advisable, no. Central Florida, I'll leave it at that. It's a pretty decent size area.
Really?
So, yeah, there you go.
I live in about Central Florida as well.
Yeah, there you go. I've
But
heard
yeah,
the
I was
location
like-
stories.
I just have always liked your videos, and I just am so glad that I get to play with you, at least for tonight.
Well, I'm glad I could help make your day better. Was it already a pretty good day?
It was actually. My girlfriend spent the night, and she had to leave, but, you know, I was like, oh, I'll go play Fallout New Vegas, and then I saw you were streaming, I was like, oh, I'll see what Sage is doing. And then my heart started racing, and I had to, like, update Warframe and everything, because I went on a bit of a hiatus, because I tried another game out with some other people.
What game did you try out?
I've been playing this game called Trove. It's like Minecraft and an MMO mixed, it's pretty okay. It's free, so I mean that's why I started playing it.
Yeah, free games can also often draw you in. It doesn't have any, well, I'm assuming it's got some way to make its money back. How does that work?
You can buy these, it's like platinum, pretty much, and you can buy like a couple different classes and different things. Like, my favorite one is called the Tomb Raiser, and he's a necromancer, pretty much.
I love necromancy. Those of you who
Yeah,
don't know,
yeah, definitely.
platinum in...
Now I might have to try Trove. I've been waiting to hear someone talk about it. Answered my questions right there, so...
It's pretty good. I first actually started out as, funny enough, an ice sage, which was basically just a mage that used ice. And you only get like 4 powers, but it kind of worked like your alt works kind of like Frost's alt in Warframe. But the Tomb Raiser, you basically sacrifice all of your underlings to make a giant skeletal warrior for you.
Wow. And those that don't know, platinum in... What you meant there by platinum is that in Warframe you get platinum from spending real money. That's the currency in here, so it basically has something similar to that.
Yeah, it's something along those lines.
And those who don't know, also in Warframe, Frost's ultimate is a big sphere bubble, so that Frost mage, I guess,
No,
oh wait, it's
that's
not
his
ultimate,
too.
isn't it? It's his,
Yeah.
He's got to freeze everybody around and kill him, isn't it?
Yeah, it freezes everyone into ice sculptures.
Yes, that's his ult. Silly me. I always end up just using the bubble and then sitting inside of the Opticore.
I don't actually have any Frosts. Like I haven't played Frost, and I don't have Frost Prime. My favorite is Necros.
It's a pretty cool frame, but I find myself often, I love AoE a lot. So I end up sticking with a lot. I have every frame, but I end up sticking with the ones that have strong AoE. I recently found out that Mesa actually is, not Mesa, what's her name? Saren, the sort of toxic lady. She actually is pretty powerful at AoE. I was doing the Series Draco mission, trying to farm the keys to go for Tier 4 intercept missions. And if you don't know, Draco is a intercept mission in itself where you basically have to defend 4 nodes. And in that one, I got in there and I was with Volt, using my Volt here. I was like, hey, it's a pretty powerful thing. I can take out a lot of enemies. But I saw a Saren run around, she does her big AoE and instantly poisons and blasts everything, and dear Lord God, she was just wrecking stuff before I could even begin doing damage to them. So I spent like the next, I don't know, day or so basically leveling her up and formatting her and about 4 or 5 times. If for those watching that don't know, Forma is basically like Prestige. It's where you reach max level, you can change around the mod slots on your character so you can use more mods. And, oh, we do have to go up the elevator. And then...
Yes.
Yep. And then, of course, once you get up to the max level again, you can format it again and change another mod slot to not use up as much power, basically, when you install a mod into it.
Also, this is my Prisma Necros, because Necros Prime isn't a thing yet. And I like the
nice.
Prisma Cleavers.
Shoulders of Prisma stuff, too?
Hey,
No, they're the Corpus shoulder pads things because I like the Corpus.
Ones.
Yeah,
Alrighty.
they look really nice and shiny.
Relatively standard going on, Tree?
Yeah, relatively standard. I haven't delved too much into Platinum. I've spent quite a bit on Platinum recently, but, I mean, I've put more into my little flying pets than I have anything else yet.
I actually
did notice
have
it looks
only
like you're wearing a
spent...
tie. A strange double tie. Very odd. I never noticed that before.
I haven't noticed that before either. That's...
I actually have only spent $10 in Warframe. The rest, all the stuff, most of the stuff at least, was through trading, which is why I have like over 1,000 hours in it.
Yeah, well, that's one way. You can farm, you can trade. There's lots of ways to get a lot of stuff. The only unfortunate thing with Warframe is, though, that you actually do have to spend platinum to get those slots, don't you?
Yeah, which is where most of my platinum. Also, your beard is most holy. I just wanted to tell you that.
The holy beard. Okay, really quickly gonna check chat.
Job well executed.
By all means.
Hey, look at that Syndicate rep.
Oh yeah, I
It's,
forgot I had a
daily.
shade.
But what I mean by daily is that you can get certain
Ooh,
amount of
and I
reps
actually
for
got an item
fractions.
I needed.
Oh dear, they're talking.
Congrats.
I am going to go ahead and open up... Oh no, I don't know how to do this in Windows 10, do I? Playback devices? Oh god, what have I done? Well, all I can do is just go ahead and have this open, and I can just drop this down if I need to. If people in chat are in game or talking too much while I'm trying to talk.
But yeah, Sage, what is it that you're looking for, by the way? I might have it if you're needing it.
the carrier part that drops from here.
Oh, I haven't gotten any part of the carrier yet.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, what all things do you need? Like,
I'm going for the carrier parts. That's all I'm in need for now, and Ash Prime. That's the only stuff I don't have.
well, I have one Tower 3 Exterminate we can do, but I want to switch out of something a little bit more practical than my Necros, if you don't mind.
Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna switch out my weapon too. Give me a second. I need to check some comments in chat. You're not gonna believe what's. Yeah, you hear that bark? Look who's back. Look who's back again, huh? Hello. Yeah. I told you I'm streaming. I'm streaming, lad. I know. I know. Oh dear, you're pushing me along. Hopefully you're on camera. Yeah, do you need to go outside? Is that what this is? You're on camera, lad. Why are you just taking pictures of me? You're my dad, and you're not supposed to just sit there taking pictures of me. You're supposed to actually take care of me. Okay. Let me talk to the stream really quickly. There's a bunch of people here. I have to tell them that I'm going to be right back. Lad. Yeah. Well, give me 1 second. 1 minute. 1 minute, okay?
Angry.
1 minute.
I know
1
you're
minute.
Yes, after all.
Up. Yeah.
Alright, there we go.
Give me 1 minute, okay? Just 1 minute. Just 1 minute. One minute, okay? So obviously I'm going to take my puppy out really quickly, guys. So I shall be right back. Yeah, I'll be right back. Just give me 1 minute here. I'm going to take him outside really quickly.
What was that?
And I'm going to be right back. So just 1 minute. Puppy needs to go out. Okay, let's go outside. Real quick, okay? Real quick. Thank you. Thank you for letting me. Let's go outside.
Alright, looks like Sage went AFK. He's going to go take his dog out.
Yep, I just actually tuned back into the thing to hear that. So this has been an extremely interesting day.
You're telling me, especially this week, I got Employee of the Month Monday, and here I am gaming with one of my favorite YouTubers. Woohoo!
Also, it seems that we're still going through the stream. So hello, stream!
Oh, look at that, we are. That's pretty interesting. Hi, stream!
It's got like a minute lag or something behind it, which is interesting.
Alrighty, you can probably hear me already. And we are back.
Now everyone stay good on the stream, because, you know, Sage is gone. He had to go let his dog out.
Alrighty, there we go. I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Okay. Oh, has this... Hold on. What's going on?
Whenever you're ready to ready up Sage, we can run this Tower 1. Or Tower 3, sorry.
Really quickly, I'm going to switch out my weapon. And I'm also going to go ahead and... Oh dear, I had to scroll down. I'm also going to go ahead and change my push to talk key, because it's occurred to me having that on alt isn't exactly ideal, because then of course my mic turns on to you guys in game every time I alt tab, which I do quite frequently.
Actually, I have mine as alt, and it doesn't really affect it too much. But, you know, you do whatever you have to do, my good friend.
Well, I've already had it pop up a few times, actually. It's caused some issues, let's put it that way.
Fair enough.
Also, my Batman powers are now kicking in, and I can't seem to find the Opticore.
You know, ever since I got the Dread, I haven't really tried to use the bow in a exterminate mission. I think I'm going to do that this time.
There we go, there's the Opticore. Batman.
The Dread is, in my opinion, one of the better bows that I've tried, at least. It was, like, one of the first ones I got, and I really enjoyed using it.
And if you don't know, on the stream, the Dread
I'm enjoying
is
it so far, but most of my uses on it go to
toggle for
stealth
volume
missions
again.
and whatnot.
The Dread is a bow. It's a very powerful.
Of course. Do you have a Loki or a Loki Prime?
Haha, max level.
I just got the mod for Loki that lets him turn
Sorry about
invisible
this,
and
guys.
silent with his weapons, and then I just take
you.
whatever I want, including a Toncore.
Options.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's really funny to blow up a group of enemies all walking in patrol and then not really pay much mind to it.
Bows are also a stealth weapon. Warframe does have a
Sage,
stealth
do I need to
mechanic.
invite someone else to our
And
group?
also you can fire an arrow and it'll go right through a bunch of them, because they usually have lots of puncture. So you can actually take out multiple people stealthily. There, push the talk button. And for the time being, let's bind it to not that. That's not ideal. How about that? How about that? Yeah, how about that? There we go. Whew. That should be better. Hold to crouch is not bound. So what? Hold to crouch isn't bound. That's not
I
right.
don't think
Oh god.
I can hear you guys.
What
I
have
see your
done?
microphone's moving, but I don't hear you.
I'm not talking immediate. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can. It might just be a
Oh,
bug, you know,
shizzle.
good old bug frame.
Oh shizzle.
Oh, I'm still actually fairly new. I just returned to the game, honestly.
Hold to crouch isn't bound. Well, it has
Well,
to be bound. That's a bad game mechanic
encountered
right
some
there, ladies
strange
and gentlemen.
oddities of bugs, like,
should be able to
you know,
leave a key
enemies
unbound.
not being there, bosses not being there, for one thing.
There we go.
Falling through the map is always a common fun thing.
Okay, guys, I think we're ready to go. I got my Opticore equipped. We're ready to go ahead and do some more of these things.
My misplaced
Alright.
damaged communication system.
Waiting on you then, my good sir.
Alrighty. Oops. Apparently that button
Oh,
does do something
Sage, I
else.
forgot to mention, I have a top hat too.
Oh, good. Where'd you get it from?
My father brought it home from his work one day. Apparently he got it somehow.
He got it. It just appeared. Where does your father work? Or is that something I should not ask?
Kind of, it's not too bad. It's, he cleans out, like, he spruces up foreclosed houses, and any junk that's left there. So,
So if
You know, this
ever
is
you
way
find yourself
before-
feeling like you might be being possessed by a demon while wearing the house, you'll know why.
yeah, well, you know, that's just the thing you have to worry about to get nice things like top hats and gas masks and all sorts of things.
Gas mask. Well, little did you know that this gas mask was used in a GIMP set, and the house was abandoned. Oh no. Oh dear.
Well, you know, the one I have is black, so maybe, but the other one I have is green.
Is it team-based? Oh boy.
Yeah, what is it? The green one is, I had to take the filter off because a friend of mine told me it might have asbestos in it.
Also,
So
I
that
believe...
was a fun thing to find out.
Oh god, I turned the sound up on you a bit. I believe the filters are only supposed to be good for X amount of time when they're actually
Yeah.
used, at least. So you probably don't want to
Oh, yeah.
have a filter left on there. Let's tweak that
Yeah,
sound
I did a bit of research after he said, oh yeah, they might have asbestos in them.
Yeah, some of the older ones. So I think the newer ones are charcoal, aren't they?
I believe so.
When YouTube started actually giving me some money, one of the first things I bought was actually a gas mask. And pretty quickly I was like, awesome, I'm also going to buy a filter for it. Now, I haven't ever used the filter, but I have used the gas mask while cutting the grass to avoid, well, just the grass, because I have terrible allergies to such things, and also because it's a gas mask. Who doesn't just want one sitting around?
No, of course not. And I'm actually surprised that you have grass allergies too. I can't like be anywhere near cut trees or anything like that. It makes me my nose flare up, and then I'm down and out for a couple days.
Oh, I'm nowhere near that bad. Oh, Lord lasers. But I is bad enough to where I'll be wheezy for about 2 days after I cut the grass, if I do cut the grass. It's no fun,
Yeah.
such things as that. And also, if I actually lay in grass, especially fresh cut grass, I'll be itchy until I wash, basically. It's just uncomfortable.
See, I thought that was how everyone was.
Yeah, you'd think, especially the itching thing. It's like, of course you get itchy when you lay in the grass, but sure enough, there's some people who will be, let's go lay in a grass field. And it's like, wait, what? That's dangerous. It's agony.
Yeah, right?
Well, now I kind of feel bad because I'm one of those people who can go, let's go lay in a grass field.
Well,
Well,
totally,
then-
you enjoy it. Enjoy it for the rest of us.
Yep, that's exactly what I was going to say too.
Sir, yes, sir.
Let's be honest, everyone wants to lay in a grass field, even if you can't, physically, because it'll cause issues.
Especially in an open field, that's just great.
Yeah.
My family owns just like a little bit of a grassy prairie, and it has like this nice open field. And it's nice to go out there, but there's really nothing out there. It used to be like a lake.
It used to be, so it's like a dried riverbed that's grown over by grass?
Yep.
Interesting. Very interesting. It sounds...
Yeah, I'm sure someone on...
I wonder if you
Sorry.
went digging if you'd find anything out there. How deep was the
Probably.
lake before it dried up?
Well, it wasn't that deep in some areas. Like, it varied, and it's just kind of like, almost like rolling hills now. Not, like, too bad. Some of the more noisier neighbors like to use them for four-wheeling.
Wonder if it might have been found by now. If people are doing four-wheeling, they probably actually dug it up before. I wonder if when it was first dried up, if there would have been any boats or anything left out there. Sunken boats, things that people.
Oh,
just
definitely.
left. Interesting.
When it actually just like it started to dry up shortly after I was born, and I recall swimming in the lake at one point and finding something weird underneath my feet. And I pull it up, and it was a string of bones of some kind. And of course, as a little kid, I jumped at the thought of that, and I dropped it, and I could never find it again. But it was enough to make me sure that I did not want to go back into the lake anytime soon.
Yeah, I was very prone as a child to ear infections, so I wasn't one to swim in any sort of natural water at all. But yeah, I had never had any experiences like that. But my father, on the other hand, he actually, in his youth, was into scuba diving. And him and his friend, who actually ended up becoming his cousin-in-law, because one of his cousins married him, strangely enough.
Wow.
Yeah, but they were into scuba diving together, and they ended up going out to, I believe it was Lake Michigan, actually. And they found a motorcycle down at the bottom of the lake, and they could even tell there was oil and stuff leaking out of it, which, of course you're not supposed to throw things like that in the water, but we're talking like the 70s or something, around then. So, there wasn't as much environmental awareness as there is now. Anyway, he decides, him and his friend, that they're going to go ahead and retrieve this motorcycle from the bottom of the lake. Or, well, yeah, Lake Michigan. Yeah, it's a lake. Well, they went down there, they built their own, basically... His cousin, who ended up marrying his friend, also was involved. She actually stitched together a bunch of, I can't remember what it was, I believe it was some sort of fabric bags. And they actually hooked up this whole contraption so they could pump air from the surface into these bags. Once they had that all set up, they went down there into the lake, stuck the bags around the motorcycle, pumped them up, and actually brought it back to the surface. Which, of course, meant, as it went up, it began leaking out all sorts of oil and stuff, which they had to fight with a little bit. It's a terrible thing, being in the water and suddenly finding yourself covered in a bunch of oil or anything like that. But Wasn't too bad. Thing is, though, once they got it to shore, there was this whole group of scuba diving people. Like, you know, the scuba class was about to go down for their first time, or probably not the first time, but about to go down there and basically look at some of that stuff that's just down on the bottom of the lake. And they're like, hey, what are you doing? You can't be moving that stuff about. And they're like, well, it was leaky. It shouldn't have been down there in the first place. It's not one of the exhibits that, you know, you got down there. These people would purposely sink things. And they're like, oh, well, if that's the case, I mean, can we have it? Because some of them actually had motorcycles, so, like, can we just have this and fix up? And sure enough, my dad was like, well, I mean, I guess. They were at the same time thinking, like, how are we going to get this home? So they went through all that trouble to get this bike, this motorcycle, off the bottom of the lake, only to literally give it up pretty much the second they got it back to shore.
That's awful.
It is sort of awful, but at the same time, I guess the guys they gave it to, they seemed like pretty legitimate people who would go ahead and set it back up. So, I mean, it gave them, you know, it gave my dad and his, well, cousin-in-law a pretty good story to go ahead and tell down the line.
Don't die, choose life.
Choose life! Well, he...
Never!
Targets eliminated.
Well, he is a tree, so I mean, he will regrow if you cut him down, possibly, depending on what tree.
Just keep saying photosynthesis. Photosynthesis.
Work. I don't have any leaves anymore! There was a fire!
I am a tree, and so I shall do tree things.
I am
Tree-like
tree.
things.
I think tree. I shall be
Complete.
tree.
Excellent work, Tenno.
Ooh, next prime.
There you go. If you guys don't have that, that's something. I think we're going to run one more of these, and then I think I'm going to go ahead and break group, and I don't know what I'll do from there. I'll think about it.
Okay. But,
Just looking at
yeah,
chat.
Sage, if you ever want to get in contact with me, you know, don't worry about it. If you ever want to get in contact with me, at least, I have pretty much the same username on Steam and Skype or whatever, and I'm always willing to play video games, especially with someone as wonderful as you.
Thank you. And I'll keep that in mind. By the way, I bound
I'm sure other
push to
people
talk
feel the
button
same way. I just...
to my back button on my mouse, the navigate in your
Yeah,
browser back
it's,
button.
So, I got someone named D-Man Tacos trying to jump into the game. You mind if I invite him?
Yeah,
He's
go
actually
ahead.
IMing me, so...
Yeah, go ahead, bring him in.
Alright, there we go. See if he joins.
Oh man, I didn't even realize he sent me a message, like, probably forever ago.
Yeah, first time seeing my face, eh?
I was not paying attention to my chat at all.
Well, there's not much need to pay attention to the chat if you're talking on voice. There he is.
Yay!
Hello, Taco.
Man tacos.
Hello.
Howdy, are you from the stream viewing peoples?
Yes, I'm watching the streams. I love you, Sage.
Thank you.
See, you got quite a following, Sage.
Yeah. Impressive.
Operator?
On
Thank
command, you can raise a war group team.
you. War group team. We shall take over the world.
Only if we can build markers, though.
Markers, and everyone must have beards.
Perfect. I'm already halfway there.
Halfway there, let's do this. Gotta grow a beard.
The thing is, I did say everyone, which would imply that women would also have beards, and I'm not sure how everyone would feel about that, honestly. No, we shall see, eh? If we ever conquer
A
the
lot of
world.
interesting and pretty ships.
Have you guys heard that they're actually going to be adding new ships to the game? Not just Lisettes, but they're actually going to have an assortment of different ones I guess you'll be able to choose from.
Sage, was your ship the one that had the runes on it, or was yours the Prisma
Swirls
one?
on it. The swirls.
Ah, that's really nice.
Whose was the one with that was nearly full black and had that glowing teal-like color?
Hello, that was mine.
Ooh, it was pretty.
Thank you. I had a whole loadout set to that same color style. It's the ice color palette.
Ice. Is that to match your Necros?
Yep.
If you didn't see, he had a Necros earlier that sort of had a blue and black
You
palette.
inspired
Very
me
nice.
to get to mastery rank 19, Sage.
Wow, Let's take some time. Are you there yet?
Yeah, it took me forever.
Damn, nice.
I stopped playing Warframe as often after my clan leader decided that he wanted to play other games, which is fine. He still plays every once in a while, but only whenever the Void Trader comes around.
Which is fine. You don't only have to play one game. It just means you were betraying everyone. Yeah, that happens sometimes. Yeah, you can't expect everyone to just stick with one game.
Of course not. That would be ridiculous.
Yeah.
But also, if I don't know if you've played a lot of the Fallouts, but if you ever need help with anything involving that, I like to think of myself as the guy to talk to. I pester my poor friends about everything Fallout. That goes for anyone.
Yeah, Aaron seems to be pretty excited for Fallout. I've never been the biggest Fallout fan myself, mainly because the art sort of, I don't know, I'm a big art guy, so it sort of let me down a little bit. But I am looking forward to the next one a little bit. And after the chat told me that the dog won't be killable, I'm very excited to give it more of a look than I was before. Particularly the building stuff sounds nice, and, well, just to have a look at the art. Particularly now that I actually know that dog's not going to be killable, just now I'm thinking, okay, well, what would I actually do in the game? And probably make a beeline for a town and just see how well done the towns are, how big are they. Because I love large towns and cityscapes.
Well, what I'm really excited about is the weapon customization, of course, power armor, and, what is it, you could always add, like, if you don't like how things look, there's always texture packs to make things more higher resolution and stuff like that.
And they're going to have modding, aren't they?
Oh yeah, modding. That's like my favorite thing to do is mods.
Yeah, I never got into modding that game or using mods in it, but I did hear there were quite a few there.
Well,
the previous one.
Yeah, Fallout New Vegas or Fallout 3, because... Okay, because a lot of people don't really even realize that... Well, hardcore Fallout fans know Fallout New Vegas, but a lot of people didn't know that it's basically part of the lore. It's made by a different group, though, like a different development team.
Yeah, I did play through a fair amount of New Vegas, but I don't know. I actually got to a point in New Vegas where the story was basically asking me to make a choice between the big businessman robot and the... Wasn't it a freeway choice? I can't remember anymore.
It's a four-way choice between Mr. House, Caesar's Legion, the NCR, and Yes Man, which is the what is it? It's basically you deciding on what happens to New Vegas.
Yeah, I basically I couldn't make a choice, so I actually just stopped playing at the point. Like, I'm not the person to make this choice. So that was that.
For me there, I think I saved right before I started that mission, or wherever I could, and I flipped a coin 3 times. Whatever I got was what I did.
Wow. I mean, it's one way to get through it. And of course, if something you really didn't like happened, you had that fallback save.
Yep. I've done all of the playthroughs, I feel, in Fallout New Vegas, like, all the different ones, and one of my favorite characters was a guy named Guff, and he was a part of Caesar's Legion, and he was basically this brute that just punched things, and, at the end, it says that the only thing that you get from this, joining Caesar's Legion is your face mounted on a coin, and Guff had this huge-ass mohawk, and I just imagined, you know, a side picture of him almost like how Lincoln is, except with a huge, you know, mohawk and an eye patch, and just looked absolutely ridiculous in my mind.
Well, the funny thing is, that's saying the only thing you get is your face mounted on a coin.
Yay, more sabotage. You guys want to run some?
I almost would think it would be your real face mounted on a large platter coin. Because the way they can be somewhat brutal, that Legion. Susan. Yep. Someone in chat just said that the HUD used the same amount of pixels.
Yes, Adri,
That's why it's so small.
Damon Tacos wants to run a T4 Sab if you want to do that, or if you want to change up or whatever.
No, I'm gonna break group right now, and probably switch over to something else. Thank you guys for showing up. Yeah, it was fun.
Thank you, Sage, and always keep making great videos, because I'm always gonna keep watching them.
Alrighty.
Yeah, same goes for me, man.
Thank
Stay
you,
safe
Sage,
out
for the
there.
great game.
Yep, thank you a
Bye,
lot, Sage.
See you guys. I pressed I was saying earlier, the push to talk button. I bound it to my back button for browser navigation. So anytime I do this and then push to talk, it closes out the bloody window. Oh dear, I can never seem to find a perfect button. I'm thinking of buying a foot pedal to use as a push to talk button. Maybe two of them, one for Skype chat and one for in-games. Anyway, as I said, I think I am done with this for now. RNG, as you can see, we did, I believe it was 4 or 5 runs, maybe 6 or more this evening. Didn't get the piece we needed. We got a bunch of those Sicarus things. Really quickly, if you guys don't know, I am going to go to a hub world right now. Yeah, there's a hub. What these hubs are, these relays, technically. And I'm still pushing my push to talk button out of habit now. And what these hubs are basically areas where bunches of people can conjugate. You got your factions there, all sorts of stuff. It's basically like a city in their usual MMO. But you can go ahead and take your extra prime parts that we were farming for, and you can sell them here for these things called ducats. And then you can give those ducats to a special trader. And then that trader, you can buy stuff basically by giving them the ducats. It's basically another currency. So I'm just going to go there and sell the stuff we farmed today really quickly. And this is, of course, the relay. It's a pretty nice big place. Unfortunately, a lot of it is just a walled garden where you can see beautiful things, but you can't get out of it. And let's go through the door with a bunch of people, strangely enough, staring into it. And let's go over here to the trading kiosk. And we can go ahead and see those. So we don't need a glaive, because I believe I have a glaive prime. I'll keep those just in case. So we have a carrier prime system. We were farming for 2 other parts for the carrier, but we don't have those. So I'm just going to sell those 2 pieces. Ash, we got that. What else do we not need here? Ankyros prime thing we don't need. Loki prime I already have. Nyx things, I don't need any of these. I already have that. I got a lot of stuff in this game. I've been playing for quite some time. We need these Sicarus things, I believe, if not all of these, at least 4 of those were from today. And then Worm prime I already have as well. So yeah, so now we can sell those for like 320 of these ducat things. Ta-da! Yep. Anyway, that's that. I think what I'm going to do now is probably launch... What game shall we play? I'm thinking Killing Floor. Yeah. And no, we're not playing Star Trek, we're playing Warframe, but we're going to switch over to Killing Floor really quickly. I haven't made a video on the latest update yet, but you know what? I'm going to really quickly just go ahead and we're going to play a little bit of it, eh? So let's launch up some Killing Floor, and hopefully this won't mess up our stream. We'll find out here, eh? So if something goes terribly wrong, it's because I launched Killing Floor, and I think it's a full screen app. Oh lord, it might have gone terribly wrong. Oh well, it's working for me. Let's hope it's working for you guys. Okay, I'm watching the actual stream on my second monitor. There's the Killing Floor loading up. It's a play-by-play of something you've already seen happen. There was a white splash that you all saw before me, and it looks like it's worked. Okay, cool. Yeah, so be aware, we might have some finickiness in this where you're going to have some pixelation where the bitrate might not be high enough. I'm probably going to play 1 match and then that'll be it. I'm also really quickly going to go ahead and switch over to my other screen of Alt-Tab, and I'm just typing out the, so late night Warframe / Killing Floor 2 now. That was me pressing 2. And I'm going to switch this to Killing Floor. Yeah, Killing Floor 2, there it was. You can actually type in what name, just like Twitch, sort of. And there we go. Cool. So hopefully that's updated. If not, well, oops. Word is you're going to refresh the page and it'll actually show the new game. So there we go. And what we're going to do for this, we're going to do a play offline, because I'm assuming my internet might be a bit so-so since I am streaming. And let's do this new map, which is pretty good. And let's just launch game right away. And hopefully this will work. And yes, YouTube does have a streaming thing now. Thistled Ruby. It does indeed have a streaming thing now. It just fully released not too long ago, like a week ago or so. And yes, that's not a screensaver, I know what you meant. A background, right? Nice background. It is actually a piece of concept art for the Nyx landing area in Star Citizen. It's pretty awesome. This is a new character they just added to this game, by the way. He is, if you have chivalry, you can get this character. And I got the Valhalla paint because everyone wants to go to Valhalla, don't you? I don't know. I really love the Mad Max Witness Me and stuff. I wish they had a Mad Max sort of style character here, like one of the War Boys. And here we are in game. Now, hopefully the music here doesn't get any copyright trouble. I do have all the lyrics turned off. And I have the game volume pretty low. One of the things I wish they did have in this, because your characters actually say things every now and again. If I actually go to our options even, you can see we have audio there. Minimize battle chatter. I wish there was a slider for battle chatter so I could crank that up, because I love what this character spouts out of his mouth. Earlier I was also talking about another character that you could unlock by owning another game, the Red Orchestra. It was a World War II game, where if you own that game, in this game, if you own that World War II game, you'll be able to get a special skin in this game, which is a World War II German soldier, which, well, me and my love of German stuff, I was sort of tempted at, but I can't see myself spending $20 just to get a skin. By the way, I'm assuming that this might be a bit jittery. I'm sorry about that. We are just going to be doing this one run. One enemy left. Haha! If you don't know, this game did also receive an update. It wasn't just those few new characters, it was also 2 new classes. So the class I'm playing as right now is the Fire guy. What's his name? Fire Bat. Let me just go ahead and check this really quickly. Yeah, Fire Bug. And his main things are fire weapons and sort of flames. His grenades, instead of being an EMP or just a standard grenade, is actually a Molotov, which is pretty damn powerful too, because you can throw it on the ground and enemies that walk through it will then catch fire. I wish it lasted a little bit longer. One of the perks does make it last longer, but still not exactly ideal, I find. There we go, through these doors we go. This is also a new map, because they did also add 2 new maps, which are pretty nifty things. I shouldn't have bought Molotovs. I didn't want to do that. I wasted money on that. I just wanted to buy ammo. There we go. If you don't know, this is Killing Floor 2, by the way. It's a zombie game. It's a lot of fun. There's not too much to say about it. If you've seen one zombie game, you haven't really seen them all, but you get the gist of what another zombie game might be in. I have never looked out this window. My god, that is kind of awesome to see the crashed ship over there. Completely unrealistic, but awesome nonetheless. Very cool. As I said, though, this is the new flamey sort of class, the new Firebug. They also added a Demolition class, I believe was its name. Unfortunately, this is pausing the game, but yeah, but the Demolitionist, which is pretty damn cool too. I haven't leveled him up at all yet, but he gets explosive weapons. And they also, it was a pretty hefty update, let's be honest. They've also added a new gore system to this game. So one of the beautiful things about this game, if you're so inclined to like such things, is the fact that it is a very gory game. The original had some grotesque things, and I didn't play it really. But this game, the enemies bleed all over the place. You can see the blood on the floor there. Well, this game, the blood stays. It's persistent. Well, with the new gore system they just added, there's lots of gibs and gunk that'll pop out of enemies. And you'll be seeing that in a little bit when I get a larger, better weapon. It might take us a few waves, because it's a wave-based game. We're on wave 2 of 7 right now, and at the end there's a boss if you don't know. But at the end, we should have a pretty powerful weapon. It's the new microwave gun they added. And that just causes people to explode. Literally explode. They go and explode. They swell up and pop. It's disgusting, but it's very entertaining nonetheless. It's not necessarily as visceral as I might like. I think when I actually play the Demolitionist, when I get around to leveling him up a little bit for a video, I'll probably enjoy that a little bit more, just because it'll be a bit more visceral when they pop, instead of them just swelling up. I also have an issue with the microwave gun, did I call it? Whatever it's called. Where it seems like it takes up an awful lot of your screen, and I'll show you guys that once I get it. We're about halfway to getting it money-wise. You get money in this game, if you don't know, by killing the enemies, and by completing the waves. Every time you do so, you get a little bit of money, which is shown at the bottom right. Since I'm streaming at 720, you might not be able to read it, but I currently have 780 cash. The weapon I want is 1,100, so we're on our way there, but we're not quite there yet. You can also heal yourself by pressing Q, no matter what class you are. That'll heal yourself a little tiny bit. Health, if you don't know, is at the bottom left, and the healing thing slowly fills up. There's a little red bar down there at the bottom left too that you can very barely see filling up. Also, the classes that I was sort of talking about, they of course level up as you go on and pew pew enemies. The XP bar is at the bottom left as well. What else do we got? I think that's everything. You guys probably understand the gist of Killing Floor. Like I said, you've seen one zombie game, you get the gist of all of them, even if they do have their own intrinsic uniquenesses. And this is not the itchy nose stream that was the other night, so nose, I demand you stop itching. It doesn't listen to my demands. Oh good, body bags. Oh god, look at that! There's a hand sticking out of it, like, I'm getting free! That would be terrifying if I went up to it and actually got up. I heard something. Another arm out. That's kind of cool. Oh, it's so fantastic. I wonder if they've actually set this up so that these body bags are rigged so they can actually move them. Oh, okay, I should have been paying attention. What I mean by that is something that I first heard about that was done in, I believe it was Uncharted 3, where devs are actually putting skeleton rigs inside inanimate objects, like trees. That way they can move the trees and pose them in different ways instead of having to make different models. So I'm wondering if some of these body bags and stuff have the same thing sort of set up where there's actually a skeleton rig in there. Even though it's never going to actually be animated, it allows them to place them in different ways and pose them in different ways, which is a pretty awesome thing. Oh god, invisible ladies. Burn, burn, burn. It's a bit funny, you have to admit sometimes. Like, I can't help it, it's a bit funny. Oh god, and I need out of fuel. There we go. What's the middle mouse button do on this? Nothing! Funk! Okay. Let's get to that not magnet gun. By the way, difficulty level, I am playing at normal difficulty right now. Considering this class just came out and I was still getting the hang of it, I've been playing mainly at normal difficulty instead of hard. There are an assortment of different difficulty levels if you don't know, and there's also an ability to set it from 4 waves all the way up to 10 waves. I wish they'd have a game mode that was just like, once they get the marksman class out, which is going to be like a sniper rifle long range class, I kind of hope they come out with a game mode that is just survive, where it's just endless waves of normal zombies, like all the stuff we've been fighting so far, like thousands of them is constantly coming at you. Because I'm not going to lie, one of the favorite things isn't playing this class, it's playing the, I believe it's Commando class. And it is just, let's see, this guy here. Yeah, Commando class. And it's just playing as him and using a gun and popping heads. There we go. Flamethrower. No, we need 1500 for it. Dang it, got myself confused. 1500. Ah, one more wave, we'll be able to get the microwave gun. That was the name, right? Yeah, microwave gun. One more wave, my friends. One more wave. Kill the heathens! Oh god, is this about the beards? Have I started something? Yep, I've started something. Beards for the beard god. I like this. I'm a terrible person, but I quite like it. Oh god! Oh no! Space Cadet Sage is being a space cadet. I really didn't want to spend the money, but I need to actually buy fuel, so... At least it was only 57, so that's not bad. There we go. And we'll heal ourselves up, so we're at 92 health. Let's get ourselves up to 100 health. Magic. And really, really cheesy magic. The fact that you have to do it in range of the camera. By the way, check out this thing. How cool is that? This is like sniper roost. That's what I want. I want a game mode where I'm just on top of one of those. Shooting Zeds. I really need to play like Nazi zombies or something. I've been watching Sark play. I've watched Sark's playthrough way too many times to be healthy. I just adore the idea of just popping zombie brains from miles away. I really do want a game where it's just you're on top of a tower in a castle with 2 billion zombies constantly coming at you and just like, okay, let me defend it. Almost like a survival, almost like a Minecraft-esque or even Medieval Engineers survival game where it's just defend against the zombie hordes. And you can even let them up to your walls. As long as your walls are sturdy enough, you can even, you know, just let them beat them on them for 2 full real 24-hour days. And then finally get out there and pour boiling oil on them and melt them away. Go repair the walls and then build a perimeter and slowly expand. I actually was working on an idea called Necropoli, as for a mod or even just a completely own game on its own, where you'd be building these necropolises to control undead hordes and attack other villages and stuff with it. But you'd also have another necropolis you'd build that you sacrifice people to it to control the villagers, where it would use its necrotic power to rot their minds and puppeteer them. Oh god, get away from me, I'm at 60 health, I don't like this. Get away! Shoo! Shoo! You foul beast! Shoo! Shoo! By the way, oh my god! No! Oh, okay, I wasn't aware that this guy was in the... Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Not good. Not good. Not good. I'm out of ammo. I really don't want to be out of ammo in my handgun for this. No, 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 no. Go away. Go away. Go away. Go away. Go away. Go away. You're not my friend. You're not my friend. You're not my friend. Go away. No! Thank God. Yeah, I wasn't a... That's a scrake. They're... Oh, yeah, they're not friendly. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Let's not jump. We're gonna hurt ourselves. I wasn't aware one of them is there. It takes like a full thing of your flamethrower fuel to down one of them. So, yeah, I wasn't aware one of them were in there. Whew. Yeah, that got my heart going a little bit. That's not... It doesn't feel too bad for once. I have an adrenaline issue, so I don't usually like to do things that have too much adrenaline. Oh, whew! I got us some money, eh? Now we can get our microwave gun. Let's get that up, and let's also buy some armor. Yeah! So here's the microwave gun, and you see it takes up roughly the same space as the other one, but it actually takes up about, I don't know, 5 to 10% more of the screen from down the top than the previous one did. And it just feels like it blocks a lot of my vision. It really bugs me, actually. Especially when you're like shooting at something, you're like, oh god, you're moving around, and look at this. If I'm aiming at somebody right there, it's not blocking too much, but if I'm aiming at somebody a little bit more forward, there's just enough room right here to hide a full person very easily. If I aim up any higher, it still blocks a lot. And aim down sights, I mean, it's a medium to short range weapon. So like, you're not supposed to be aiming far away, but my god, this gun just feels like it takes up so much of your screen. Like, if you're like, is there something up there? Literally, I can't see what's going on. Like, if you just look up to look at something really quickly, you're just losing your screen. Okay, anyway, there's the Gibbs. As I said, it Gibbs things. Literally, you can see, they pop. I mean, you see he's all fat, he's swollen, and he's popped. And she just pops. I'm not sure she even swells up. You can see they become like marshmallow men. This guy I don't think swells up either, unfortunately. They need to make the fat guy swell up. It'd be amazing if like the fat guy swelled up and became like slugs almost. Like they could barely even walk. Ah! Get off me! Oh no, there she is. She swells up. I really wish you could see closer what happens to her when that happens, because she's wearing that like metal harness. So it'd be kind of interesting to see her swell up, and of course the metal harness wouldn't swell, so it'd just be bulging out like Marshmallow Woman out of there. I'm suspecting we might get another Scrake in here in a second. Look at these Marshmallow Men. Get off me. I'm a Marshmallow Man. Oh, and there you go. His health doesn't come back even though he's swelled back down. Look at her. Oh, and you can barely see her. She just dies so quick. Of course, if I was playing at a harder difficulty or with more people, their health becomes a bit higher. Yeah, normal's a bit too easy, it often feels, but, as I said, I'm learning the class still. Okay, so we're down to one enemy. I'm suspecting this might be one of the Scrakes. Come at me, you son of a gun. Oh, no, it's a Flesh Pound. So that's a Flesh Pound. They're terrifying. Luckily, since we are playing on normal difficulty and alone, I can just unload into him like that, and he just splatters, just hold the trigger. Woo! Okay, let's see. Let's go ahead and get ourselves around here. And of course, if you don't know these arrows, they are showing us the way. I sometimes wish, like, when I did hand gestures, you could also see my hand in front of your screen as well. So you'd see my face in the corner. I guess it would be up there, wouldn't it? Well, right here. I am the corner. I'm in the... This is too cheesy. But, you know, it would be nice to be able to see my screen, of course, up in the corner of the screen. And then when I did hand gestures, my hands would just appear on your screen. As if, well, like I'm seeing it, basically. Anyway, those arrows, like I was saying, they should guide you to wherever the trader is so you can buy more stuff. There we go. We're all set. When you're playing solo, maybe it would... I don't know. I was just thinking maybe it would be ideal to have a button that would just skip, like, the countdown at the top left there. I don't know. I guess it's alright to always have a mandatory little break. Although I'm just checking out the, like, the reflectivity on these stones. It's actually quite nice. Yeah, it's quite nice. Look at that. The red there, the way you move over it, and the fact that it doesn't show up in the grout lines and stuff. The normal lab, yeah, these are probably pretty old stones, so they'd be pretty bumpety. Unfortunately, we don't get too much on these. Oh, there we go. That's some nice stuff. They feel very bumpy, and the grout doesn't feel very inset, but considering it's probably designed to be pretty flat, it makes sense that the grout wouldn't be too far down in there, I suspect. That way, if you needed to drive anything over this or set anything up here, it wouldn't be, you know, bumping or unlevel or anything like that. It's a pretty walk in the park at normal difficulty, I'm not gonna lie. It's a walk in the park at normal difficulty. But I'm just worried that if I swap it up to hard difficulty, it's going to become... Oh, wow, that guy is... Look at how swollen that guy was! And his guts. That was ridiculous. Oh my god. That was so ridiculous looking. It was like super duper marshmallow man. Except for his red blood coat-for marshmallows, so I don't want to eat those. And this, you might hear the music there. It just went down a little bit. And you might have heard some growling. That means, yeah, flesh pound is spawning. So you can see the flesh pound. There's also some invisible women here, I think, as well. There's also some invisible women lurking about. Odd thing. Yeah. Walk in the park with these guys. Whoop. Whoop. Look at that. Oh, no. I heard her before I saw her. I think I got them all. Look at this mess. That's the new Gorse. They're just like crawling. They're like, and then this guy shoots me with a thing. Like, what are you doing staring at guts? I don't know. I'm bored. Ah, boy. I do wish there were slightly larger bits than just the pop. It would be, oh, you know what would really make me like this? It's kind of cool, but I don't know. It seems, I don't know, it's a bit strange that it's just their intestines left. If their skin was there, if there was like literally when they popped, their skin split into pieces, and you could literally see like as if somebody had skinned them, just bits of them laying about. Now these guys here wouldn't have that, because I don't think they have any skin on. But it'd be fantastic if when they spewed, when they splattered, you know, muscles are very stringy a lot of times. At least the way they're drawn or rendered. It'd be amazing if the strings of the muscles sort of sprung out like a piano, like a violin string. When it springs, it goes all furry. It'll be amazing if that happened with their muscles. Like it just went, and you get bits of those flying through the air as well as the intestines and stuff. Oh, we gotta go this way. I'm also moving, of course, right now just with one hand. That way I can gesture with my right hand. And unfortunately, I have to actually turn around now to access the vending machine. Also, one of the things I'm worried about is I'm not sure how I deal with the boss with this character. Because his ammo seems, his or her, I guess, he's going to play as a female in this. There's one female currently. His or her ammo seems to go a bit quickly. So I'm worried that if I play it on a harder difficulty, when it comes to the boss, I'll run out of ammo before the boss has been defeated. How much? We got enough money to buy a second weapon. Now, of course, you can buy 2 weapons in this. You can actually buy as many weapons as you can hold because it uses a weight system. Are we going to get there in time? We are not going to buy it in time. We bought it! We bought it! Did I get it? I didn't get it. Dang it. I double-clicked on it. Dang it. So close. If I just paid attention instead of gesturing, eh? It's a fantastic game if you guys don't know. Sweet watching after it's coming home. Hey, somebody just came home from school and get to watch it. That's pretty damn cool. Oh, lordy. Lordy, lordy, lordy. Look at that. So often in this, it's like, I wish I had just, like, screenshot it. Because it's so insane. By the way, here's a grenade. I just realized I never shown that. So you can see the grenade went off and they just walked into it and burned up. Oh boy. I really should have played it on harder difficulty. It feels just so lackluster easy on this one. Also, I don't know, I like aiming at noggins and heads. Noggins and heads, same thing. Okay, well there's like the flesh pound sound, so we don't want to be in a thin little hallway. Get out of the hallway, please. Oh, 9! Oh, 9. Oh, 9. Yeah, let's play on a harder difficulty. I'm sure this is too easy, and as I'm getting surrounded. I know I'm not dead yet, but it's starting to feel it. You know, it's like, oh god. There we go. Okay, we're safe now. Oh, it's 2 of them. Let's have another Molotov, eh? Walk through that fire. Melt your health down. Oh, they did do that thing where the Zeds will charge at you when it gets to a certain number of them. Pop, 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 pop! Oh, frack! Get off me! Right, stairs don't have an instant switchback. Don't corner me, don't corner me, don't. It's not doing me any good. There we go, Jesus. Oh, okay. Right. What I mean about the stairs there is I came down the stairs and I expected it to be an instant switchback on the stairs and go downstairs, but it wasn't there, was it? Usually there's a down way right here in most setups of stairwells, but no, not here. Here, you have to go this way. Oh dear. See, it is still relatively easy. I messed up pretty bad there, and I haven't been sitting in like a safe spot. I've just been running around willy-nilly. And was that wave 7, or are we on wave 7 to 7 now? I can never tell. I guess? Wave 8 of 7 is the boss battle. Hey, now we can buy our gun. And ammo. Cool, so now we got all of our stuff that we want. Ta-da! And this is the gun I use when I'm usually on commando, but I buy it here as well because I don't quite like the shotgun.
We're almost out of time.
That comes with the Firebat. Firebat? Was that it? Oh god. Firebug. There we go. I'm not too much of a fan of the shotgun because I don't know, I'm just not. I like having longer range weapons, and then if I'm using fire weapons, I'd just rather have it just burn them away slowly. Or just spew a little flame and watch them toast. Or, I guess, use that big magneto gun, microwave gun, and just pop them. By the way, you see the reticle on this? It's got these like little holographic things projecting it. I think it would have been awesome. So, there we go. We are on the next wave now. 8 of 10. 8 of 7, I mean. That's the boss, if you don't know. You can see at 4K, the text at the bottom right there got cut off. Okay, where is this guy? On normal difficulty here, I know how much damage I have to do to him, and it's like a whole clip of this. I literally have to blast him with this until it's out of ammo. And then he grabs me, he drains my health, and I heal myself, and we go again. I drain the clip, and we move on. It's rinse and repeat, you'll see. As long as I don't just get killed right away. That's never happened fighting this guy on normal. There we go. Not since the update, I should say. So there we go. Can I reload before he grabs me? Okay, and he's got the shield. That's something I added in this update to tell you that, hey, stop wasting ammo on this guy. He's pretty much invulnerable at this point. So there you go. You can see he's just drained some health from me. I've healed myself up. And he's throwing grenades right behind me. I'm going to move away from those. And now I have to go ahead and blast him again. And unfortunately, I did miss a few times with that gun there. I tried to shoot a little tiny enemy and missed. And also that. Okay, here he comes. He's running at me. Dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it. Let's switch to our other gun. I don't need to make gun sounds. There we go. He's going to come and try to grab me now. Once again, he's throwing his smoke now. There we go. He grabs me. When he grabs you, all the other Zeds ignore you, luckily. And I think this lasts for a second after it. There we go. And now I can switch back to my microwave gun. Why did I do that? Because it takes all 100 loaded ammo to make him go into that, you know, I'm going to grab you and drain your health again state. There we go. See, it took literally 100 ammo. It just reached the 0 point. Grab me. Come on. What are you doing? There we go. He drains my health. La-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da. I heal. Boop. And we had already reloaded, so now we can just unload and defeat this guy. I'm also going to throw some grenades. And grab a little bit more ammo, just in case things go terribly wrong. Which is extremely doubtful now. Yeah, this should definitely do him in. It's very easy on normal difficulty, and also with this class, like I literally can't comprehend how you'd fight this guy without basically just standing right in front of him, because he's not a ranged. It's not a ranged class. It's like you'd have to catch him on fire and run, catch him on fire and run. Oh, there we go. He's defeated. When you defeat him, it goes to third person. So I mean, I'm very. Oh, he popped. He popped. That didn't happen last time I did this. He legit popped. He's in pieces. That did not happen last time I did that. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, it seems very easy on normal, but I don't know, I guess it's normal. It's supposed to be somewhat easy. Next time I do this, when I actually do a proper video for this, I'm probably going to do it on hard difficulty, which I'll probably do the video tomorrow or the next day. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. And I'll probably do it on the catacombs level, since the fire should light that up. And then I'll do this level, a video on this one, with the demolitionist guy. All the while trying to edit out the survival, edit the survival episodes that we've recorded from weeks back at this point. They can be very disheartening to edit sometimes, because they can get very slow. And it's like, okay, gotta cut this silent part, and then I have this terrible habit of rolling my eyes until I fall asleep, basically. Anyway, guys, I think that's gonna be it for tonight. Join me on pop! Oh dear, I look at chat. Okay, there we go. Let's exit here, exit to desk. I missed it, so we're loading up another level. Should I play it quickly, everyone? Shall I play another one really quick? Oh, it's the same level. We don't want to do the same level. Yeah, I'm gonna split. I've played Little Sins of the Solar Empire Rebellion, but I don't know. I'm not good at it. Let's put it at that. It's enjoyable. Captain Shack plays it. He's pretty damn cool. I've watched some of his survival stuff. Or not survival. He's him playing through it. But Yeah, I'm not good enough at it to make video content for it. Or really even to beat the missions. Anyways, that's it for the stream. I'm sorry that I didn't play another one. It was the same map. It seems wrong to just play the same map again. If I was to do that, I'd up the difficulty. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry I just split on that. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Anyways, I am going to end the stream now then. That's that. I hope you all enjoyed. If you feel so kind, there's that money thing. You can always click on my main page. Who cares? If not, you can always give an upvote or a downvote, and you can always, this isn't a video, why am I doing this? Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you had a good time, and I'll see you next time, eh? Ta-ta. Alright, I should have had this ready, right? I should have had the buttons. I say, okay, guys, I'll see you next time. Ta-ta. And then click this. Yeah, see, now it goes to this. See? I got a screen for this now. I made a screen for it. See, I got live stream, I got that, I got the starting, so if anybody just now tuned in, they're gonna be like, oh wow! And then it goes to that, then it goes to that, and then it goes to this, and they're like, oh wait, what? What's he talking? Wait, is the stream over now? Oh, it is! Oh man, that was bad timing.